Out. All right. This is only a test. Alice 97.3, Sarah and Vinnie. Alice's morning show. We have our coffee, San Francisco Bay coffee.
Yeah, we do.
We have our headphones. That's always a good sign. Everything seems to be working. Only one minor thing where I had to yell down the hall, Robin, can you help me?
My brain is off, though. I just wrote Thursday, May 5th, and then went, how'd we miss May 4th? May the 4th be with you. How'd we miss that? On my count, we also missed April. Jesus
Who needs it?
Christ.
Let's skip forward to May. And Bottle Rock and
March
Memorial Day.
5th, everyone.
Flowers.
I'm okay.
Yeah. You're all right.
I'm all right.
That's okay.
Listen to this.
Yes, I'm ready. Tell me everything.
By the way, I did get my homework done.
Thank God.
And you were right. The second half of that film's a lot better.
It's the best part of the film.
Yeah.
But it is a very long film. And so it takes a very long time to get to that very second part.
I don't disagree with that.
We'll be there in a second, though. That's coming up. I got porch pirated yesterday.
Oh,
no,
man.
Did you really?
It was amazing. Yeah. So listen to this.
Okay.
Like I got to be I'm bummed, but I was also like, this whole thing went down. And so here's the thing.
Okay. Tell us everything.
I got the car that I needed to buy.
Beautiful, by the way.
It's really nice, right?
So you went with the Frontier Ford Mach-E,
Mm-hmm.
and you went for the, forest green.
They call it eruption green, which was part of the cell. I mean, there I am, like eruption. Yeah, that's for me. Metal. I'm into it.
You guys know when I worked at Cadillac, I named the colors.
Oh, what?
It was way less fun than it sounds.
You got to, so you would have to come up with suggestions for or you were the final picker of the colors for Cadillac.
It's a whole process.
It's a thing, though. Marketing colors is a thing. When I
Yeah.
see something as cherry red, I'm like, I love cherry red. I don't know why.
Because
it just sounds good. What did you what made the
Bureaucracy. Makes everything difficult.
So you would come up with names and then they would say no or yes?
Well, I had to, when the colors were shared across multiple vehicles, you had to include the marketing manager and the design people who work on all those vehicles. And then if that color was on another brand, like if we also sold that color on GMC, for example, we had to have a different name for it. And we had this theme, like they were all supposed to be tactile materials. So lame.
Well, did any color you came up with make the
Yes.
book?
Do you own?
Oh, yeah.
For
sure.
What are the colors you came up with for Cadillac?
I don't remember slate steel. I don't know. They're all so stupid.
This stuff goes so far back, though, and I know this because of my love for instruments and guitars. Way back, the guitar companies, Leo Fender and Gibson, they started using car color paint jobs. So they would go to the Cadillac, and there was a Pelham blue, which actually is the color that my grandpa's Cadillac was. And that's a guitar color. Like Dave Grohl plays a Pelham blue guitar. And it's they use that on everything. They use these car colors. It was a hot rod sort of inspired thing.
I love that.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's kind of the history, though, of car colors is that people they're so into it.
Yep. They sure are.
You did that?
Yeah.
I have to say, you notice a car that's an unusual color or even a new kind of color. I always see the cars that are wrapped now in that kind of matte finish.
Yeah.
I like that. But it's those kind of glaze colors that I'm seeing. I think they're a Subaru thing, or they started there. There's a putty color, and then there's sort of a almost like an antique green and an antique blue. They're kind of these. They're these weird, almost like if you're glazing pottery. That's what they remind me of.
Well, it's big business, obviously, and I went with the green that I went with because there's a former Mustang color known as Bullet Green from the movie. The Steve McQueen movie, Bullet. He had and so anyway, that's part of the reason. So I had to order this cargo liner. It's just
the plastic thing
It's
to
just
keep
a plastic thing that goes in the back where my wetsuit, surfboards.
You don't want all that water getting everywhere.
You don't want the water everywhere. It just turns out to sound. Well, it turns out to smell is what it turns out. So I ordered this cargo liner. So yesterday I'm leaving to go get my kids at 2:35, and the FedEx guys have parked across the street from me. And I didn't even put it together that like, oh, I have something coming today. Or I would have said to him, hey, you got my crap? Didn't even put it together. I walked out, and I know all of this because the missus pulls it all up on a Ring video. So there I am with my water bottle walking down to the car, and then I turn around and come back in the house because I forgot my phone, and I'm going to be sitting in the car lot waiting for the kids, so I need it. So I go back out, I get in, I drive away. And the FedEx guy all of a sudden like pops his head out, looks, gets my thing, walks out and puts it on the doorway. This is all on our camera.
This is right after you leave.
Right after I leave.
So you leave, the guy gets out of the FedEx
He could have
van.
totally gone, oh, hey, bro, I got something for you. But he didn't. He just waits. I leave. He brings it up to the door. It's this big flat thing.
Oh, no. What is it?
It's the cargo liner.
Oh, it's the cargo liner.
It's the cargo liner. So it's the thing I ordered. He puts it on the doorway, or the box, I should say. And I'm sitting, and I'm not there. I'm getting the kids. 1 minute later, as he's back in his car, he makes a phone call. And 1 minute after that, a guy pulls up, runs up to my driveway, runs up the porch, grabs the thing, and splits.
No way.
You're telling me the FedEx guy's in on it?
I don't know that. I'm telling you what we saw on our camera. Makes a call. 1 minute later, a Toyota Prius pulls up and takes the thing from my driveway.
It's an inside job.
And we were like going, oh my God, what did we just see? It was crazy. So then I take the box and I call the people and I go, I got a box and I don't have the stuff. And they were like, Ford goes, no problem. Send us the box back. And I go, but it's big and it's empty. And they go,
wait, they left the box?
They took it from the box. When I walked up, there was a package waiting for me. When I got up with the kids, I pull up. I'm like, oh, there's my thing. That's the thing for the car.
Right.
And then the box is empty.
And open.
I wonder if that's so they don't get caught with your box, like
pulled
over or something.
Well, maybe because he couldn't fit that giant thing in his Prius.
Well, I don't know. It was just the weirdest.
I can't believe that.
FedEx
I'm telling
guy's
you,
in on it.
I don't know. I know what I saw.
know.
We
Well,
have
I
it
don't
on
know,
camera. We saw what we saw.
I also feel like it's really, I don't think of them as being porch pirates who are discerning in any way. Like, oh, I don't want this thing that you ordered, but this other thing I'm going to take. Like, I just feel like they go, like the fact that he stopped on your porch and opened the thing and pulled the piece out.
Crazy, right?
That is
I don't know
bonkers.
if anyone has experienced this, but look, I don't even have those cameras. The missus does. So she goes, hold on, let me look that up. Like she gets all the notifications. I guess she was working, so she didn't look at it in the moment. If she looked in the moment, she would have caught the guy. She's
that's
pretty
actually
fast,
not
but I wouldn't
a
expect
great
her to,
idea,
to
right.
run out with a kitchen knife.
The guy could have also been following the FedEx truck.
Yes,
and
that
taking
is-
things that looked interesting.
I'm telling you the story as we saw it. I don't know. I don't know if any of you have experienced this. I've never had a porch pirate get me. And so in part, I was like, great, now I got to get the part again and go through the crap.
Ugh.
And they were cool. They said, we'll refund you.
But you have to send us back that box.
Send us. And I already have. I did it right then.
So you sent back an empty box.
An empty box. Then they're going to, refund me, and I had to reorder it, and I'm not going to reorder it. I'll get it from the dealer, not from delivery.
Right.
It's crazy.
That is, there's so much weird about that story.
If you're looking at it the way we were looking at it, though, this is just as, I'm not trying to point a finger at the FedEx guy, but it looked shady. The way I was right there.
He was parked there for a while. You said you saw the FedEx thing. You went in and out of your house.
I meandered around like I wasn't in a rush.
He waited for you to leave, puts the thing on the porch,
and then gets on the
sits
phone.
there making the phone call.
I'm telling you, this is how it went down. I'm not trying to frame anybody. I don't know.
Did you make any moves toward alerting FedEx that this might have happened?
Besides this?
Oh, is this your way? I see. I'm very...
No, because I really don't know if... I'm being serious. We watched what we watched. Gets on the phone. 1 minute later, someone pulls up and steals my crap. Looks shady. Looks like you just yelled.
An inside job.
An inside job. But I don't know. Why would he put his job at risk like that?
And also, what a weird... Like, my friend also has a Did you take the Mach-E? Did he know what it was?
Listen, the first thing I thought is maybe they just try to return these things, but there's a black market for everything, you guys. Like,
right.
That is
especially
one of the
car parts.
That is one of the things. Like, all these porch pirates are taking them to the local, fence. I got that from, TV. I don't know what they're actually called, but the person who takes in the stuff and then turns around and you see anything you like? You've come here to shop, haven't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does anybody care if it's $40 versus 160?
Right. I'll take that. Oh, that's
weird
exactly
though,
what I
right?
mean. Yeah, really weird.
So
what
anyway,
a crazy story.
I handled it. And it's fine, and it was not a major life disruption.
It's great that Ford said,
"We got you."
Like, that's always been my thing. Like, if somebody porch pirates me, are they just like, it was delivered, I have the photo of it, it's not my fault.
It's an empty box.
Once it's on your front porch, our job is done.
I'm sharing the story because if you're out there and this has happened to you, it's happened to me too. And if no one has had this happen to them, at least you know that this is out there. Like, we hear about it. I always see the videos of the people with the exploding, pixie dust.
Yeah.
But I never had it happen. And there we were, sleuthing our way with our Ring camera through the
Looking
events.
for clues.
Huh?
That's really annoying.
Really annoying.
If that FedEx driver is in on it, he'll get caught because everyone's got a Ring camera and there's a lot of people a lot nosier than you who are quick to call.
Well, and I don't know that I was so busy yesterday that I actually did want to call and just say, hey, just so you know, someone stole something from my porch. I wasn't going to specifically say, we think it's your guy or it's an inside job.
I don't
fun
know.
to yell.
I would actually say you should maybe talk to the guy because he got on the phone right afterward. Just, I don't know. I feel like if I was FedEx, I would want to know that was the possible case.
I believe, though, that the clues will eventually catch up to anyone doing that because... I mean, I had so much still to do. I had to finish the Frankenstein movie because Bob's Movie Club, everyone.
Bob's Movie Club.
We had to get the kids to their play practice. We had to go to dinner. We had to like all this. And then finally I got home and I went, I'm not calling anybody. I'm over it.
Right.
Still going to get my thing.
But it's a bit like, honestly, that really happened. So be careful, everyone.
An inside job.
I think it was.
It.
I do think that.
It really is suspicious.
I don't want to say it, so I'm not saying it, but I think it.
Yeah.
Because we have heard that people follow those trucks, but the weird being there, like he wasn't delivering anywhere else, was he?
And I didn't recognize him. Like some of those cats, I say
him
hi to
all the
him.
time,
I give him water. Anytime I see him, I give him water. This time I had somewhere to go. I was leaving. I had to go get the kids. If he was still there when I got back, I probably would have gotten him a water because I usually do.
Did the box make it clear what it was? Did it say Ford on it?
It did.
Yeah. He had his eye on it. Ugh.
Well,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I also did love it. Like, whoa, we're looking at
The
cameras
drama.
and we're fully
The drama is fascinating.
piecing this together.
Right.
An inside job.
All right, KLSE HD1 San Francisco, Sarah Vinnie, Alice's Morning Show. Bob's Movie Club is right after this song. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Alice 97.3. Sarah and Vinnie. Alice's morning show. Sipping on our San Francisco Bay coffee. Bad Advice is back. We are looking for your problems. We do it every Friday at 7 a.m. We love to take on listener problems, turn them upside down, give them a good shake, see if we can puzzle them out for you. But you got to send them to us. Do it to badadvice973@gmail.com and put in all the details you want to.
Often this ends up being something that I get, and it's not that I get great pleasure in, your pain, but I do enjoy trying to work it out. And I think I learn things from this stuff. Like you kind of are able to look at it without the prejudice that you'd have in your own life.
Yes.
Which is, no, that's your fault.
Yeah. Right. Without defensiveness, with no investment. It's, someone tells you the problem. Of course, we only get to hear your side, so that's a pro for you. In the past, we used to do Bad Advice on The Secret Show all the time. And sometimes the other person in the equation would hear it.
And jumps in,
and
sure.
would jump in and say, they left out a couple of important points. So it's fun to take them apart. And I will say more than once, you have gone home for the weekend and come back and said, I disagree with myself, or I can't believe I didn't think of this, or I talked it over with Christina and here's what we came. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
It's definitely something that because we're just giving a snap judgment. We hear the question and then we
a lot
work
of
it out.
times when I share things about my own life, even if they're not like, they don't make me or my relationship or whatever look great, it's because it's real. Mm-hmm. And we all experience these real things. And sometimes you're not doing anybody any help by, putting on that phony Instagram influencer, shiny, glossy, perfect life thing, when in reality, you're about to go bankrupt and
things are not good.
And all of this is a show. Like, that's not, who are you helping with that?
Right.
Nobody.
Well, I just really want to hold on to the image that it's all good.
That
it's
everything's
fine.
perfect,
Everything's
right?
fine. My life is perfect.
Okay.
All right. It is time for Bob's Movie Club.
Welcome to Bob's Movie Club. Movies are great. And today we're talking about a movie.
Wait,
that-
where's the
jingle?
jingle?
I'm playing Frankenstein music instead.
Oh, okay.
then
All right.
that's completely fine.
Okay.
The other file was acting weird.
Okay.
We don't want any weird acting files.
No.
Go on. All right. So back to you.
Today we're talking about Guillermo del Toro's 2025 take on Frankenstein, starring Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth. Of course, everyone knows the basics of Frankenstein. This Dr. Frankenstein creates this monster or creature. Victor! By combining pieces of dead bodies, which is disgusting, but whatever. I'm going to get right into this because to me, something that Victor's brother says pretty late in the movie feels very true. That Frankenstein is the monster. And there's always that thing people say, people always say Frankenstein when they're talking about the monster, but the monster is actually Frankenstein's creation, Frankenstein's creature. But this movie, which is the first Frankenstein movie I've ever seen, by the way, makes it very clear to me that the doctor is definitely the monster.
Yes.
I understand that
he's abusive. It's disgusting.
I get that his mother died and his father doesn't quite love him as much as he loves his little brother, and he's disturbed. But in that big castle, he couldn't have found one other friend, maybe like a woman who works in the kitchen or in the gardens, to fill that role for him. Like, he had to take it out on these dead bodies and create and then torture this poor guy. I'm like, I'm not a fan of this Victor guy.
No, he's a bad, bad man.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. If I could just add, though, that he didn't know there was going to be such depth in this thing he built.
Okay, but he was pissed when he first created it, and he was like, "Oh man, this thing's so dumb. You're so dumb."
Yeah,
you can't say anything other than Victor.
But I'm just saying, like that what you get ultimately from this monster, in quotes, that he's created is the most emotion in the entire movie.
Yes.
Like, that's where the heart of the movie, and for me, the heart of this movie is the monster.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And I loved when they went to part 2 and we're like, and you discover that the monster, the creature, Jacob Elordi, can talk and has learned. And then they go into his story about becoming the spirit of the forest and creating a bond with this blind old man where he learns so much.
Well, I
and he
thought it was
reads all
Willie
these
Nelson
books.
for a couple minutes. I'm like, I think though it's the same guy who played Walder Frey in the in Game of Thrones. He's
really?
Yeah, he's a known dude.
Oh, I didn't recognize him.
I feel like I had a couple questions about the monster section of this because clearly the turnaround on his time with this old man and living in this barn that he's hiding in, it's not that long because he makes it back in time for the wedding that's we all know has been set up and is going to happen. So it hasn't been that long. It's been like over the winter, I guess.
Yeah.
But his hair grows down halfway down his back. So is it just that because he's such he can heal so quickly, so his hair is just exploding out of his head? Is that what do you
I'm
make
not
of that?
going to dive into the semantics of the movie because I think there are a lot of flaws there. What about he's been gone for months, maybe a year, and then he goes back to where there was a huge explosion and he finds all the papers, the
yes,
pieces
that
like
was
together.
also problematic. I did think to myself, wow, that was lucky that stuff didn't burn in the
Right.
giant conflagration. That was ridiculous. Or that the snow hadn't just completely made all the ink run.
Yeah.
That is true. That's an excellent point.
But if we just focus on what Vinny brought up, which is that Jacob Elordi's the heart of the movie, I loved that. And I was like, this movie is really going somewhere and is going to say something about feeling like you don't belong. Like, what is it going to say? I wanted to know where it goes. And then I feel like they kind of, I don't know if they rushed it at the end or if Guillermo del Toro hadn't really fully thought it through, because he ends up kidnapping Victor and then torturing him to get revenge, and then chases him to this boat with all these CGI guys and then forgives him because he's dying, and like Victor gets to have peace because he gets to die, and then Jacob Elordi goes off into the sun. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, in
I
my
know.
mind,
Where does he go?
I don't get it. I actually didn't get it, and I really loved it for maybe an hour and a half in there.
in my mind, because I get what you're saying, but in my mind, that part shows the depth and heart of the monster,
Right?
and that he has been sentenced to based on the story, he's been sentenced to walk the earth by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever, because he can't die. And he's one of the things he's begging this man for is some companionship, and the guy won't do it.
Yeah.
And in the end, for him to be able to say, I forgive you, I think that's like, there's your heart. Like, that is it. That is that person. Put it this way. The first half of the movie, I was over it because that movie had no heart.
Right.
Because the guy is so incredibly unlikable, and we're watching him descend into madness. And what a jerk! He's like hitting on his brother's fiance.
Who looks like his mom? Why was it his mom?
I didn't really pick up on all this mom stuff that you picked up
No,
on.
the woman who plays his mom also plays Elizabeth.
I don't really remember his mom.
She's at the beginning and
She's
she dies.
veiled and she passes fairly quickly.
And the dad, they have some weird
I watched
thing
the
going
beginning
on.
so long ago.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I loved though the kind of mechanics of how they had to find the boat, and it all starts with this boat.
Uh-huh.
And they had to do that because the stories needed to be told. And I thought that was actually a really good way of, now he bursts in and he's going to tell his part of the story, and they transition that. So I thought that worked
I agree.
in the, that they were each telling sort of their side of what had happened. But the thing I love the most about that movie is the sets. I don't know if it's just a Guillermo del Toro thing, but I loved the sets in The Shape of Water.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved he does a cast of green light and weird subway tile, and I mean, as soon as you saw that hole in the top of the tower, you knew someone was going down there, right? I mean, that was obvious.
It was like a pit to hell.
Like a weird drain pit
It was
that
so
went all the way
strange.
like
Those
I
scenes
loved
were really
that
cool.
castle was amazing. It's not even a castle really. It's just like a standalone tower with some like legs that come out to support it. Like I don't even know what you'd call them, like a base that comes out. And even as he comes back to the castle and he's walking around and like the sun is glinting off these giant weird stone surfaces. Oh, I just thought that is so imaginative.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. See, for me, it's too over the top. And it's definitely going for over the top. Like when he finds the little country house when Frankenstein. Or
yes, yes, very darling.
Yes, it's very like, it feels very fake. And it's very dramatic. And
even the inside of that was incredibly beautiful.
Yes, it's too much for me, a little too fairy tale like. But I'm glad you liked it.
Well, I mean, it's Frankenstein, so it is a little bit fairy tale.
Yeah, my favorite parts were probably Mia Goth's outfits.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she looked ridiculous with her feather hats, but it worked, and the big pops of red. And one of my favorite things, which I feel so bad for the costume people. I mean, they might win an Oscar, so I don't feel that bad. But they only showed it for a second when she is, spoiler alert, dying, and she's in her wedding dress, and the blood is filling up from behind her wedding dress. It was really cool.
That was beautiful.
It was so cool.
And it's funny because when you mentioned that, he's run off now and he's sort of hiding. And the glow of the blood as it just seeps through, it was, I also was like, that is just a remarkable detail.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, and the movie really caught me in the right mood where all of the dialogue that they were saying felt like it was simplistic, but it was chosen really intentionally. Like as soon as Christoph Waltz comes into the movie,
Christoph Waltz,
I love him.
Me
He's
too.
in a few Tarantino movies. He's such a great actor, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like this. And then Mia Goth comes in, and she's like, "War's what happens when fools like you follow their dreams," or whatever she says, and I'm like, "Yo, yeah, give it to him." But I feel like what she says doesn't end up taking them anywhere.
right?
But I see what you're saying. Jacob Elordi forgiving him at the end, I guess, is showing the depth of the monster. But I just felt so bad for him still at the end. I don't feel like
what a horrible fate.
And does he need to eat?
It doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't seem like it. I thought the same. In fact, there's the scene where Mia Goth, or her character, is actually having a moment with the monster, and he pulls her glove off, and I'm thinking, he might eat your hand. Like, you really should be careful. He had him right near his face, and I was thinking, he may think that's food.
You don't know if he's a biter.
I don't know. But he never eats, so you don't see that at all.
He eats berries with a
That's
with a deer or something that then gets shot. All right, so many deaths in this movie.
I know, it's a lot of horror. It is a horror movie.
How does it compare to what the Frankenstein books you've read? Did you feel like it was true to that, or did you like the interpretation of it?
I would say this. The Frankenstein books that we talked about, we've both read these.
The Kuntz books.
The Dean Kuntz books. They are, they're not this. They're not this story. Like, this is like the origin story, and the simple tale of Frankenstein, as I know it, is the guy is a madman. He wants to create life from death. He creates the guy with the flat head and the neck effing things, and bad, and then there's a monster living at this place, and so the townsfolk come with the pitchforks and torches, and they kill him.
The neck effing things.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do. The neck bolts.
Yeah, the neck bolts, whatever those things are. And the sewn-on flat top, which is a great look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I've ever watched a Frankenstein movie. I mean, I guess I know the story. How do I know the story, Vin?
I think it's just the story that's been around forever, and it's told through multiple different cartoons and movies, and
that must be it.
And then there's isn't there a Gene Wilder version too? Isn't
that the Bride of Frankenstein?
It's all built in this little universe where a mad scientist
I definitely saw
is
that,
up to no
right?
good.
On Creature Double Feature or something.
But I think they nail one thing that I would really want from this movie, which was the heart. I don't always need heart in a movie. Like, I can watch a movie and be all
comedy or action.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Right?
And you don't always need that. But in this movie, as I was cruising through it, I had nothing to latch on to. I wasn't
until part 2.
And then part 2 comes, and you start to see this. And I do think Jacob Elordi did a decent job.
I agree.
Not Oscar worthy. There were a couple times where his voice dropped in and out the way of normal to monster.
Oh.
That I barely caught it, but I was like, that wasn't great.
Well, don't you think that was maybe purposeful to show he's kind of human?
Maybe.
He's drawing from all these humans that made him.
Do you think he's an Oscar-worthy role? Or this was an Oscar-worthy role?
Oh, I never feel like this because I respect movies and actors so much, but there were a few times where I was a little embarrassed for him watching it. When he's curled up in a ball, I'm like, oh man, you're really having to go there. I think it pays off. I don't know. I don't think he's going to win the Oscar. I think Sean Penn's going to win.
He was wearing. That was good.
You said it was like a diaper. It was more like booty shorts.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with him. I wish he
It
had
was like they just mummified just that part of his body.
and his wrists.
Oh, yeah.
I wish he had a green tint instead of a blue tint, because then that would have felt a little bit more Frankenstein.
Right. And that would have made sense. People do turn green when they're rotting. So,
but he wasn't rotting. He was very much alive. Makes no sense. Okay, let's do ratings.
Okay.
Vincenzo, what would you give Frankenstein?
So this is so we just watched Frankenstein. It's the Oscars are this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay. So, and I'm sure it's up for a bunch of stuff. I will say through the first half of the movie, I would have given this movie, had it not changed entirely at part 2, I would have given this movie barely a 1.
Oh, wow.
I was not enjoying it. I didn't care about it. And I realized the sets are, neat, but I just wasn't into it. The second part, there's so much redemption in the movie in the second part that it brought this movie, for me, up to a 3. 3, stars out of 5. It's good. It's not great.
It has I feel like it has a lot of the things that are in great movies. I agree with you. It took too long to get to the part that I started to really be invested in, really care about. The sets blew my mind. I loved it. I loved every room that they were shot in. I loved the starkness of the castle and the crazy dude who's housed there and the things he's trying to accomplish. I didn't mind the ending, really. I felt like, okay, well, we accept that this guy can't be killed and that guy's going to die anyway. What does he have to gain by not forgiving him or torturing him in his last moments? And it is his father, I guess.
Ugh.
I can't love this movie, though. I give it a 3.5.
I was really on the edge between 3.5, but I think I'm going to go with a 3. It's really not my style of movie. First of all, it's too over the top, but I loved how they tried to bring the heart to Frankenstein, but ultimately it felt like this madman finding some biohacking and then not only getting to learn his lesson because he was going to die, and I don't like that. I don't think he actually did anything to earn that apology other than be tortured by Jacob Elordi, which I don't think is a good way to learn a lesson. So it's not for me.
Well, the thing that I do think, and it starts right when he gets violent with his little creation, is it already has me feeling some kind of way. Like I'm feeling bad for this non-human thing. I already hate it.
I hate that guy,
you
and he's
shouldn't,
abusing this thing.
It goes against my sensibility. So I'm already warming up to what, and then he becomes the thing that you really, you become in that deer scene. You are falling in love with the guy by that
absolutely.
point. You're
he's a kind, gentle soul.
And this is it's a duplicate of the scene where Frankenstein from the movie meets a little girl, and she. Do you remember that from the movie? There's a scene, and it's been replayed and redone a million times, but I believe she gives him a flower, and he's the monster, but he doesn't do anything to this little girl who greets him with kindness, and so it's like that's kind of replicated in the deer scene where he shares a berry
Right.
and then a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was Bob's Movie Club. If you haven't watched Frankenstein, it's on Netflix. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't.
I think it's worth watching. I gave up on it early, and I'm really glad that I had to go back and do it because I did think that Jacob Elordi's performance was great, and I love the sets. All right, thank you, Bob. Wonderful job. This, of course, will be a standalone on our YouTube page. You can go to youtube.com/@RadioAlice973, and of course, you should smash that subscribe button. What's coming up in the news, Vin?
Sharks and sand and more after these.
Dun, 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 dun. Alice, 97.3, Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show. Watch video clips from the Sarah and Vinnie morning show on our YouTube channel, like the movie review we just did, Bob's Movie Club. That's always isolated. It's on there. You can just watch a little clip. Yesterday's
Bridge the Gap.
Bridge the Gap,
It's up
yeah,
there.
with Danielle. Just go to youtube.com/@RadioAlice973 and remember to subscribe.
What's up, everyone? This Alice Report is brought to you by San Francisco Bay Coffee. You hear that? That was a delicious sip. One small sip for a better tomorrow and a way better morning. Available in whole bean, ground, 1-cup coffee pods at Amazon.com. That's San Francisco Bay Coffee.
So good.
Thank you. Nice day ahead. And actually, we've got quite a string of nice days ahead.
Oh,
so the
I like
weather's
that.
looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm sunshine all the way through right now here in downtown San Francisco. Already blue skies overhead, high in the mid to upper 60s. These are good days.
Mwah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is why. For me, this is why. You can keep your 90.
Yeah.
I like 70s.
And you're 20.
Push 80. All right, 80. All right. But 90s and plus, no thanks.
Well, those are coming.
I know they are. That's right around the corner. Also right around the corner. The time change, everyone.
Yes.
We change this upcoming weekend.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's funny. We were out to dinner with the McCutcheons last night, and because the kids, their kids and our kids go to this play drama class or whatever, so we just went and ate right around the corner. And we mentioned, or the time change came up, and all three of them go, "Oh, I know, it's so great. Oh, I love the time change. I love the sunshine into the evening." And I just sat there. Oh, for some of us. I didn't even bother. Right. People love it. This is, for most people, this is the time change they want. So, party on.
I will.
Yes.
I know that you will. All right. So let's begin with some stories. We'll start with a fast fact.
I love fast
Fast facts.
Vinny.
Wow. Okay. I thought we were going to start with text.
We
about
should start
Frankenstein.
with text. Yes, I'm sorry. I got completely off as we talked about the time change. 800-400-3697. That's the number where you can send texts. We just had another incredible Bob's Movie Club.
Sure did.
And we'd love to hear from you on it.
Yeah, we just talked about the new Frankenstein movie, which is on Netflix. If you haven't checked it out yet, nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. 707 says, I loved that the design of the wedding gown had sleeves that looked like bandages, like the ones the monster was originally wrapped in. So they kind of had a tie between.
I don't think I
didn't
noticed that.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice it either, but when I was researching for Bob's Movie Club, it did come up. So it was showing the connection between Mia Goth's character and Frankenstein, which she was my favorite part of the movie by far.
And her interactions with the monster. Just amazing.
Amazing. 408 says, is Jacob Elordi walking into the sun at the end setting up for a sequel? Would you guys watch a Frankenstein sequel of him continuing humanity or maybe finding his
know.
bride? I don't think I would.
I don't think so, but that's just me. Like that, but I also thought that Squid Game ended, and then there was another one.
Money.
So yeah, and so maybe, but I do think that it's just showing you like now this person walks off forever. Like that's what this person was, or this monster was trying to fix. Was I can't die. I need some companionship. And he doesn't get that. And he walks off into the sunset, and it's going to be forever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's kind of how that ends for me, I thought.
Ugh.
You know, maybe he goes up to the North Pole, say, and there he is, just hanging, and then he
Yeah.
gets bored. But 150 years have gone by. I don't know when this is set. I was thinking mid 1800s, but
Feels right.
So now he comes back, but he gets to America on Halloween, and then we're all like, "Wow, man, that is a great costume." And then he finds love and acceptance because we're all about like clearly this guy's been through some stuff.
He's the new Elvira and doesn't have to worry about aging out.
Right.
He's now the party people's favorite event of Halloween.
Yes. I feel like today the people of today would accept him much more readily than the people in the 1800s who were like, oh my God, quick, kill that monster.
I would like to think that's true, and I don't think that's true at all.
What would we do?
I think that we have, as humans, have not come very far in terms of understanding things that are not like ourselves.
He is kind of hot, though. So, he'd have that going for him.
He's not hot. I don't know what you're talking about with the hot thing. That is,
I was like, oh, look at him all maimed. I like it.
I wasn't attracted to him, but I appreciated the shape of his body. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Go on.
510 says, I wonder if the Frankenstein creature represents some of the feelings Guillermo del Toro had as a child, because as a child, his father won the lottery in Mexico, so he lived in a huge mansion. He mentioned on a talk show that he would go days without seeing anyone in the house. He also says that he was very morose as a child, and his older brother was happy-go-lucky. I think that if you look at all the movies Guillermo del Toro has made, like Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water and even Pinocchio, he's obsessed with this idea of a creature, not a full human, but having human traits, trying to navigate this world. And he's made it in every single movie. And
so you feel like it's autobiographical. He doesn't
100%.
feel like a normal person.
100%.
Wow.
Well, don't we all share that in different moments of life where whatever it is, where you just feel like, I am so on the outside of this scenario, whatever it is.
That's interesting.
I think
that's
that
why
we all can relate
resonate.
to that in small ways. I don't.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not 6'7" with scars all over. You were into
Too
that, huh?
bad.
That was
No,
your
I
thing,
just said I wasn't.
I was, though.
That's, you said.
She said she liked his body.
Yeah.
But
And we had a few people say that their kids have been reading the original Frankenstein written by Mary Shelley. She was only 17 years old when she wrote this book originally, a Gothic horror story. The theme of it is like what happens if science goes too far and man is too hubris.
It's like what we think today about like AI or cloning or, if science goes too far. So much science fiction that's so funny that she would think that, well, I don't even know that she thought this, but like I think of science fiction as the things that are in the future, the developments that we've come up with, where the world is, far into the future and all the new tech or whatever. But for somebody in the 1800s, I mean, I don't even know when electricity was in the mix. Like maybe she's like, this is what they're going to come up with. Like that was the sci-fi of the day. Like that we would use lightning to bring a dude back to life.
I don't have anything for that.
I'm just still feeling so annoyed by Victor. I get, and no offense, Guillermo del Toro, if this is your story, but I understand horrible things happening to you, but if you choose to drown in your own misery, that's on you. And maybe that's my privileged perspective, or maybe it's my choice to see the positives in everything.
Well, you're the brother in that scenario. Like his brother's happy-go-lucky, and he's just wallowing in self-loathing and loneliness.
Yeah, and the brother never even had a mom at all. So what about that?
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah,
Guillermo?
what about it?
I don't know. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's enough.
How about a fast fact, everyone?
Woo!
I love fast facts.
Me too. You don't have to ask me twice.
The largest sandcastle in the world measured more than 69 feet high. It was constructed in Denmark in 2021.
That seems like an impossible feat.
That's really, really, here it is.
69 feet tall.
Am I going to get it? Yeah, I got it. Look, it's spectacular. Look at it.
It's a sandcastle?
It's a sandcastle.
Well,
I mean, it's built by...
It has some
put up
structure.
Scaffolding.
True
They put a whole
pros.
thing together. Yeah,
With
that's
cranes
not,
and everything else.
It's not on the
But
beach.
look at that.
It's a Gothic church
It's a
with flying
full
buttresses
on-
and Gothic arches. And
It's gigantic.
It's incredible.
Sick. It's sick. I love
Yeah.
it.
Anyway.
And then what? The wind took it down?
Well, I mean...
Because it's not on the beach. It's built like in a lot.
It's like anything that you build after you look at it and you go, and now what?
Now we knock it down. Now your dad comes.
And now what do we do?
The bully comes and kicks it.
Surprisingly little is known about the life cycle of the whale shark, which
Really?
is the largest fish in the sea. Researchers don't know where the sharks mate, how often they breed, or where they go to give birth.
Oh, they're not toothy sharks either,
No.
right? Like they're
gigantic. They're more like, well,
they have
called
kind
a
of
whale
like
shark.
like a
They're-
checkerboard on them too, kind of like they have some weird markings. Dots
I thought
or
if they're
something,
spotted,
or-
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
a group of bunnies is called a herd, typically.
A herd of bunnies,
I've
But
heard that.
not a clutch.
But in some parts of Canada, they call it a fluffle.
Oh,
I think we should use that instead. It's
Yeah,
more
I like
fluffle.
whimsical.
fluffle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I always think of a herd as being hooved animals.
Male goats.
Oh,
Yes.
hold
Male
on.
goats.
I have a male goat screaming.
Male goats
Yeah,
will pee on their own faces to attract females for mating.
yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
And they're
Wait.
the stinkiest things you've ever smelled. My aunt is a goat breeder. She bred Nubian goats.
Is this Penny?
No, Candy.
Candy.
They're the
Oh.
ones with the farm.
Is
And
there a Penny?
there is a Penny.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Penny Candy. Those are my aunts. So she had this. So they only have one male goat, and when they had the baby goats, they would sell them off. You know, and we would get the milk and stuff. But man, the whole barn reeked. This thing just peed. And I guess the chick goats are down. They're like, yes.
Yeah, this
to
is
the-
how they attract females for mating
Ugh.
is by
You
number
can't
oneing on
believe
themselves.
the stench. Like you would never want to touch it because you'd be like, that if that gets on me, I might have to kill myself. Like this is it's horrible. The smell is atrocious.
Goats, everyone.
Yeah. Male goats stank.
Babies
Oh. Also can be very stinky.
are born on their due date 4% of the time.
Oh,
Only 4% of the time
is that so?
does a doctor say, this is your due date, and it actually comes to be.
That is so strange.
4%.
4%.
But I think if you've been through this process, and maybe very soon Bob might experience this as well, there's a point on that last month where you're starting to go, I want this to happen now.
Yes.
Okay,
What do I have to do to make this thing come out?
like now.
Yes.
Okay,
Had
I'm still
enough.
here, but now. So it becomes like this, your due date, you don't even want that. And if it goes past the due date, you start to get like,
Sean was 2 weeks late. I was
What
just like,
can
couldn't-
I
it was like
eat?
a whale. I
What-
couldn't move.
Ugh.
Everything hurt. Oh, that last month is just the freaking worst. When were your kids? Were either of
I
them
don't
born on
remember.
the due date?
I don't remember.
I don't think mine were
I
born
would
on the
have to
due date.
ask.
I know Sean wasn't.
Yeah, but I also wasn't carrying the children in my womb. So,
In your woomba.
my woomba. So, she would be able to tell you, I'm sure,
Yeah.
like to the minute. Yeah, 8 minutes late or whatever.
Right. This thing is 8 minutes late.
If we
It's
cross
too
over
much.
into another time, another day, I'm mad about it. Because, it's hard. It'll be fun to see Bob pregnant, though, won't it?
I had a dream last night that I got pregnant like right now, which meant that I would be 6 months pregnant at my wedding. And I was trying to be positive about it, but I was so mad.
Oh.
And when I
You already have the dress.
and when you wake up from a bad dream and you're just so relieved.
Yes.
You were.
I was so relieved. I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, oh, thank God I don't have to deal with that.
Just funny that you were doing the math and thinking of dates in your dream.
Yeah. Sometimes my dreams are very grounded in reality, which makes them extra scary. Ugh.
There is true relief in waking up from some dreams. You just go, oh, thank God.
I have the occasional where I just go, what the hell was that? Well, I almost would prefer them grounded in some reality because there's times where I go, how did Rose Simmons from third grade, who I barely knew, end up in, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, What was that?
Ooh, Rose Simmons. Is she the one that got away?
No, I did. Well,
Tell
she's,
us
Maybe
more.
she is. Yeah.
no, it was just. It's just like I'm just
So
trying to
what
say.
did you dream about Rose Simmons?
I don't
from third
remember,
grade?
but the point is, like, random people from like weird, like that are in your head,
Yeah.
end up in your dream, and you go, we barely knew each. How is that still rolling in somewhere back there in the darkness?
Mm.
We
Weird.
need to unpack that about Rose.
Mm.
I don't know that we do.
Was it a sex dream?
No. We were children together.
Oh, so you're a child in the dream.
We were kids. Yes. I don't know grown-up Rose. Do you know all the third graders that you went to school with?
No.
To this day?
I don't dream about
I
them.
don't dream about them.
No one
all
jumps
my,
into your head.
All my school dreams are in high school.
Really?
Yes. When I have dreams about
and high
being a
school was
kid.
traumatic for you, though.
But I had some friends. Like I always dream about Jen Scott,
Oh,
Tom Everett Scott's older sister.
right.
She's in a lot of my dreams. We had a lot of classes together, I guess. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's
What?
nothing. They're just they're high school. And the halls are too long. They're just forever. Just keep walking down the hall.
There's symbolism in that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
of course. What's coming up in the trash, Sarah?
A quick Survivor headline that has a slight spoiler in it. Did you watch last night? Okay. Plus, do these
Just
celebrities?
told you my whole day.
Right. Yeah. But I never know. You might have gone for it. Plus, celebrities that give you the ick. I'd be laughing too if I could do that little squeaky whistle like that. That's so good.
I've been meaning to practice it so when that song plays, then I can try it out. But I'm not just going to do it cold. I have to warm up.
Try and do it.
See, if I warmed up, I think I could maybe do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's enough for that. No one wants to hear that.
Oh my God.
It's so good. It's so squeaky. If you can do that, you're so lucky.
Really?
Whistle tones.
The whistle tones, yeah. It's so cool. And she does it. Like, I've never heard anybody. I've heard people like they'll go to a note, they'll hit a note, just kind of like to make it the apex of the song or whatever. But nobody can like sing in that way. If you can, 800-400-3697.
Oh, Ariana Grande just texted. She can do it.
Oh, she can sing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a good singer. I've heard Kelly Clarkson do it too. She can whistle.
I guess it's only really singer musicians that can be terrible writers and not be able to write a song, but they could get songs given to them and be able to put them out and be like, yeah, I can sing great. I don't write music very well. Lyrics, I'm terrible at it, but I can sing. I don't know if
just listen to me.
Did Mariah write those songs? I bet not, right?
I have no idea actually. It doesn't seem likely.
Britney didn't write any of her songs, did she?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe they get co-writing credit if they worked on it all together.
If they have the leverage to do so.
Sure, exactly.
Supposedly Mariah co-wrote and co-produced Emotions.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
But again, that can mean you're in the room with Charlie Puth and he's doing all the heavy lifting.
All the heavy lifting. Right. Like, didn't Adele come into the guy from One Direction, from One Republic and say, oh, there are all these rumors about
for a writing
me.
session. And he went, there's our song.
She gets writing credit for that, I guess.
All right.
Creative Energy is our sponsor for this hour. At this point, I need a slug of my coffee, too. San Francisco Bay coffee.
Oh,
after all that trying to whistle, my throat's a little
mine's the perfect cold temperature this morning.
Oh, you do a cold brew every day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I brew it. I grind the beans and then I brew it in this jug and I keep the jug in the fridge and every morning I get to twist the little thing to fill it up. It's really quite the experience at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Well, and then you get that coffee smell in your face. It's just the smell starts to wake you up. Creative Energy. If you've been thinking about getting a hot tub, now is the time. Creative Energy's tax-free event runs through March 14th. They're paying the sales tax for you. Hot spring spas and endless pool swim spas, 2 weeks only. Less than that. The 14th is when it ends. Visit Creative Energy or creativeenergy.com. I think I got my hot tub in March of last year from Creative Energy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because you started talking about it.
Well, we had to do a lot in our yard to get electricity to that site and to do all the, to get a proper base for the thing. But man,
my 1-year anniversary is one of these days.
Do you know what your first day at work was here?
I'd have to look it up, but it was in March and you were workshopping for the hot tub. You were talking about how excited you were. I think maybe you got it in April. Oh,
that maybe. But it was still, it was chilly out and stuff. It's so nice when it's cold and you get in your hot tub. Okay. Anyway, Creative Energy, check them out. They're amazing.
Yeah.
You can call or text us, 800-400-3697. You can email us anytime, sarahandvinnyradio@gmail.com. If you have a problem, we'd love to solve it for you. That's badadvice973@gmail.com. And the Sarah and Vinnie Show, of course, is presented and fully caffeinated by San Francisco Bay Coffee. All right, I think we're all caught up. Breaking news this morning. Tumza is reporting, and there are not a lot of details here. Like we didn't get the body cam footage or anything yet. But Britney Spears has been arrested for DUI.
Whoa.
You mentioned, as we were talking about this, that there was some story about her in a car recently where it looked like she wasn't looking out the front window. It wasn't
just a story. There was video.
What was
we had video of her driving
what
around and it looked like she was swerving but I've said this a dozen times. Nowadays, it feels like that's just texting. Like you wouldn't, I don't think, now I can't speak for cops. I don't know what their day-to-day, experiences are. But it feels like right now, if you see a reckless driver, someone sort of going, you'd go, that person's texting. That would be your first, thought rather than, a drunk driver. It's still bad. It's still, could cause an accident.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but Brittany's out there in the world.
Yeah. And she is back out. She was arrested in Ventura County last night for a DUI. This is according to law enforcement, who I guess immediately call TMZ. She was I don't know. This definitely someone who's like, I got a story for you, and it's going to be $10,000. As soon as it hits my account, I'll tell you the Britney Spears story. And they go, yeah, we'll pay for that.
So she just lives in North LA. Is that what we're...
I thought she lived in Thousand Oaks. That would make sense. I'm not sure where Ventura County starts.
Oh, it looks like it goes pretty low, but not all the way down to LA.
She was handcuffed on the side of the road.
Oh, Thousand Oaks is in Ventura County.
Oh, funny. The pop superstar was handcuffed by the California Highway Patrol around 9:30 last night and was booked by about 3 a.m. They released her at 6 a.m. So that's not enough time to have gotten in front of a judge. Maybe they just charge you and then they set a date.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure somebody came and bailed her out. TMZ's reached out to her team for a comment, but there it is. That's really all the info that we have. So as that story develops, we'll let you know. It's not surprising. Every day when I see a Britney Spears story, I'm never surprised. She did just have a legal victory. She was granted a permanent restraining order against some guy from Louisiana who randomly showed up at her LA home after sharing disturbing social media posts. He's been harassing her online since 2013, and she finally just got a permanent restraining order for him.
Am I misremembering? Didn't she just sell her music catalog too? Or is she not?
That does sound right. Let me see if I have that story.
I thought she just sold that. Like, she's in the money. Like, she got another $200 million or something.
Did it say how much she got for it?
I don't remember.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, in February. She sold it for around $200 million.
Oh, yeah,
no, look at me!
December 30th, 2025, she sold her entire music category to Primary Wave. And they list them all here. Well, her entire
See,
thing.
I listen.
I can't believe she owned her music.
Well,
anyway.
She's probably sold whatever she did own. Like, she probably gets performance royalties if she didn't write the song.
Well, there's
and
weird.
So it's like royalties and probably.
Wasn't that the thing that Daryl Hall and John Oates were mad at each other about? Like, one of them sold his portion of the writing credits, and the other one was like, I'm not looking to be in a partnership with someone you sold to, dude.
With Primary Wave.
Yeah, so there was they do not talk. And they may have already not been talking, but Daryl is super mad about it.
Her deal is considered one of the largest catalog transactions. And it's true, 200 million, that feels like, what did we hear? There have been a lot of people who've been doing this recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember anybody getting 200 mil.
Justin Bieber sold his.
He might have gotten more.
I think he got he also got 200 mil.
Oh.
I think there's people have been paid more. I can't name all the artists that have done this, but.
Well, some people have sold only partial interest too.
Did Bruce Springsteen sell? I want to say the Red Hot Chili Peppers sold. Like there have been big catalogs that went for cash. And I don't blame them. You're alive today.
Right.
So will the money make your life happy now, or will it, you hope that the system doesn't break down and your kids can live on the money that's coming in later?
That's interesting because I wonder if the way that music and the payments for people's music and all the things that are screwed up with music these days is why people are like, I'm going to go ahead and just let these go. Because I think one of the reasons to hang on to your catalog is because in perpetuity, in the past, royalties would always come to you or to your estate, but you also have you are the grantor of permissions to use, like, you say yes, you can use it for your presidential campaign or not. Yes, you can use this in this advertisement. Yes, it can be used in a movie or whatever. So I guess that's what the people who are paying that money are buying. Permission to license.
Right. And you would expect that they're going to be careful.
You would hope. You'd want to protect
these,
that.
You'd want to protect its value by not overdoing it. But now you're the owner. You do what you want, right?
The other thing I'm seeing here in this Britney Spears story is her other legal troubles with cars. She faced 4 misdemeanor charges and a jail sentence for an alleged hit and run with a parked car in L.A. She ended up paying the owner of the vehicle for the damages, and the jury acquitted her of the final driving without a California license charge.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. She's got problems. And with the money she's got, get a driver. Have someone on call. Okay. Just quickly. This is just a headline. I did not look further into this. And I know that we all have to wait a day, usually, at least, to watch Survivor. But episode 2 aired last night, and the headline is, a Survivor contestant pooped his pants on last night's episode.
Is that
Did
new?
I poop my pants? It's not new?
No, is that a new thing? Is it a Survivor first?
I'm going to say yes. I don't recall anybody pooping their pants in the past on Survivor. Do you have any recollections of that,
don't.
Vinny?
I feel like they've done a good job in general. We know people go to the bathroom no matter what, but they've done a pretty good job keeping that off the show.
Yes.
It comes up occasionally, and even yesterday when we talked about it, Danielle was like, yeah, they go in the water. Isn't that what she said?
Yes.
Like that. And
we have heard that people are like, when they're going to do the big one, they're going to go out into the water.
And I laughed because a recent contestant just on the first episode was giggling about how these are the leaves we use when we go to the bathroom. All right. I mean, it's human.
And you'd want to know which leaves weren't going to give you a rash.
But you would hate for that to happen while, maybe exerting, great energy during a challenge, and now you've gone to the bathroom on yourself.
Yeah, one of the pictures in this story, which I tried to not look at the story because I don't want to know who did that. John and I are going to watch it tonight. They're doing, how they have those giant snakes that appear to be filled with sand? They're like 40 feet long, and they wind up having to move them up and out of
challenges.
Yeah, not live snakes. These are like, and they seem so heavy. Like you see the strongest of people really struggling with just picking up the very end of the tail.
They're cumbersome is even a bigger part of the problem. Like,
so if they're dragging and straining to lift something,
anything, yeah.
Anytime you're making a Herculean effort, I guess you're in danger of maybe having a backdoor blowout. Survivor contestant pooped his pants on last night's episode.
All right.
We'll know more as of tomorrow.
Well, we know this. It was a guy.
It does say
him.
It does say him. Yes. Oh, I seem to have deleted that story. Oh, well, I was done with it anyway. This is speaking of reality game shows, The Traitors season 4 just wrapped up, and the winner was one of the traitors. It was because you get picked at the beginning, and this guy was a traitor from the very start in this game. He's a guy from Love Island.
He's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rob.
You love him. He looks like a big doof to me.
Well, yeah, but a gorgeous one.
So a girl by the name of Moira, or Mora, I guess Mora.
She's also from Love Island, a different season, though.
Yeah, but they have met. They had met in the past. They're all, alums of Love Island. And she's very pretty.
Okay.
And she's like the tiniest little thing. And she's Irish, I guess.
I hope so, with that
I think
accent.
she's Irish.
Oh, she's really Irish.
Oh, yes.
Because I am Irish, but I also don't have an accent.
No, she's, full-on accent. She doesn't say TH. She just says T for. I've taught some about that.
Oh.
I don't think Rob's a traitor.
Right, exactly. So he won $220,800. And he won it by himself. He took her to the end. And she thought he was faithful and they were going to split the money. Like she, right up until the last moment, she thinks she's just won $100 and something thousand. And then he goes, I'm a traitor. And her face, she goes, I'm a fool. She believed him like the whole time. So $220,800 is what he won. And it looks like, and he did feel bad. I mean, in his defense, that is the game. He won the whole game. He even got rid of one other trader right before.
I think he said, would you give someone you just met 3 weeks ago $100,000?
That, which I thought to myself, no,
probably
you wouldn't.
not. Actually, I might.
And it is a game. I don't know why anyone gets mad at these games. You're playing a game.
Well,
Because they
you're in
lied
it.
right to my face. But that's
You
the
get mad
game.
when we play Bridge the Gap and you lose a lot.
I don't get mad.
Oh, okay.
Do I? I mean, I'm a little disappointed that Danielle's not going to be here for the next few
I am
weeks.
sad about that.
well, I believe that you're in a moment and you're doing a show. And that's part of the game as well.
Right.
Well said.
So, right. I guess if they're all just like, oh, well, I guess it's fine. We're playing a game, then it's less interesting.
Right.
You want people to be upset. There was one time, I think it was the first season, where Cerie Fields, who is a longtime like Survivor player, she's been on all these reality shows. She won, and she won all the money. And the girl, I should say, the person who she beat out was devastated. Like, and I felt embarrassed for her the way she lost her mind over the whole thing. I'm like, you're playing a game. Like, this is, this wasn't here to solve all your family's problems. This was a game you were participating in.
But
Was this
that's-
Survivor?
No, this was the Traitors.
Oh, okay.
The first season of the Traitors.
Well, it
Anyway.
reminds me of Vince on Big Brother when he had that meltdown during one of the last puzzles of this last season.
Oh, right.
I mean, you're in it. You're committed.
Yeah, I think
Right.
that's part of it. You have been
wanna
living
win.
this life,
Right.
and you are.
I didn't spend my whole summer here for nothing.
And don't forget, you have producers. I don't know this firsthand. Danielle can speak to it better, but you have producers reminding you, we're doing a show. It's a TV show. We're not gonna feature you if your response is balanced.
Yeah.
And appropriate.
We're looking for unhinged.
right.
Here's a beer.
Right.
So Rob Roush, who did just win the Traitors, he is going to buy her a present.
Buy Maura a present.
Buy Maura a present, the one that he screwed over because he looked her in the eye at the end. She thinks they've won and they're splitting the money. And he looked at her and said, you get nothing. I get all the money because I'm a traitor. Looks like they're saying, I thought Birkin was its own thing, but it's an Hermé Birkin. She wants a Birkin bag. Now, he has not bought it for her.
No, he did buy it.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Did I not send you something that said that he bought it?
This says you can't just walk into Hermé, or however you say that, and say, give me that Birkin bag. Apparently, you got to have it in, and there's a whole thing with this.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Yeah, they went last night.
Oh, they went last night. Tell me everything.
I saw the video this morning. He went with Jake Shane, who is a very huge but up-and-coming podcaster, and he bought the Birkin, and then he presented it to Maura on Andy, what's his name?
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen's show.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and he unwrapped it, and he was wearing gloves because no one's allowed to touch a Birkin bag except the owner. She had to be the first one to touch it. So he very carefully unboxes it and hands it to her, and it's adorable. It's like a dark maroon.
How much was it? They're like a
don't think they
$30,000
said.
bag, right?
Yeah, he's been a big chunk of his winnings on it because it's probably the cheapest one you can get is around there.
Right. He's like, what's the cheapest one I can get?
And she is a fashion girly. Her looks
Yes.
on Traders were insane, and she's a big Instagram model. So,
And she was
I'm happy
wigging.
for
She
her.
put wigs on a lot, right? Like it seemed like sometimes her hair was really short, other times it was really long and sort of like puffed up over her head.
I think that's probably true. She wears a lot of wigs on her Instagram too.
So it looks like I don't know how much he spent, but that's nice of him, especially considering that he's going to pay taxes on that money. Like you win $250,000, and I think the tax on like prize winning is higher. Like he might only be getting 150.
On one hand, I absolutely believe that's a great gift because it's impossible to spend that kind of money on yourself. Like to buy your own Birkin, if you're not filthy rich, you just wouldn't. And anyone would say a 401k would have been a smarter place to put that money, but this isn't smart. It's his money. He's doing her solid, and it's a gift that she will, you'd hope, have forever.
She basically says here, you can't just walk into Hermes and buy a Birkin. So Lisa Rinna, the queen herself, is helping Rob get the Birkin because Lisa has contacts. So I told him, speak to Lisa. I've sent him a picture of the exact bag I want. So now it's in his hands.
Oh, good.
I deserve this.
I'm glad that she got to pick it out because the last thing you want is a Birkin that you think is ugly.
Right.
Googie thinks maybe $16K.
Oh. Well, that sounds more reasonable.
That's reasonable. I want one.
I mean, it's not reasonable and you can't have one. I'm sorry. But it does feel like when you think the price tag is $30,000 and now it's only $16,000, you're like, oh, okay.
The weird thing about a guy buying a Birkin bag, in my opinion, is that guys' sensibilities are very plain compared to what a lady might think is cool. Like if you're getting a Birkin bag, do you want the plain one? Do you want a tan with no?
Yeah, that's the one I want. Just the plain tan.
But then
one.
you'd have a Birkin bag that's not even that spectacular. Like, wouldn't you? There's definitely times where I've bought Christina stuff that's crazy because she would never pick it out for herself, and then she gets it and goes, "I love it." I wouldn't have bought it myself, but as a gift, it's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope he got her something that, well, she picked it out, so it must be cool.
It's exactly the one I would pick. It's a dark maroon. Perfect for fall, perfect for winter.
Yeah, I don't even see it. I'm looking at, I don't see the maroon color. But good for her. You know, she got something out of the deal.
It definitely helps her image, too, because she was looking like kind of a weenie.
Were they together
No.
at all? So they're not even together?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't get it.
But I guess she probably had a huge crush on him, which is why she believed everything he said.
I don't know how this happened, but I'm completely out of time.
What are you talking about? You're not out of time. We just started.
I know.
We just started.
That's how I felt about
What
it.
are
I
you
looked up
talking
and
about?
thought, what do I have, 10 minutes left? No, I have no minutes left. What's coming up, Finn?
Party Mom after these.
Alice 97.3 Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show, caffeinated by San Francisco Bay Coffee. Check out the Alice 973 Instagram. Bob, you do an amazing job there. You can check out video reels, pics from the Sarah and Vinnie morning show daily, and links to all our personal profiles.
What's up, everyone? This Alice Report is brought to you by the Sarah and Vinnie podcast. Listen to the Sarah and Vinnie Full Show podcast on the Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right.
All right is right. Thanks for being here, everyone. We appreciate you. And today's one of those days.
It's gorgeous out.
It's going to be a beauty. So
It's really pretty.
hope you have a great one. This first story has been 4+ years in the making.
Oh.
Las Gatos mother convicted in alcohol-fueled teen party case involving sexual assaults. Shannon O'Connor, we've done this story a few times,
Yeah.
was the mom throwing these parties for these young 13, 14, 15-year-old kids and filling them full of booze, providing them condoms, and encouraging them to have sex with each other.
Yep.
She was
Party
convicted
mom.
of 48 combined felony and misdemeanor counts related to the boozy pandemic-era house parties where underage girls were being sexually assaulted while wasted. And this mother
Was behind it all.
was, yes, a
Unbelievable.
it makes no sense, but
At
you know,
all.
she's thrown her life away and harmed these kids in a big way. And it's interesting because I remember being that age and wanting to party. So I would very much have been like, this
sounds great.
This is perfect. I was hoping to go to a kegger this weekend. And this mom is happy to, do it for us.
God, your mom's great.
Yeah. Was accused of organizing alcohol-fueled teen parties, and prosecutors said led to dangerous binge drinking, sexual assaults, and was found guilty yesterday of 48 crimes.
What is she looking at?
Including, well, I think she's looking at hard prison time in the number. Well, she's already done 4.5 years. I think she's looking at 20 years.
Wow.
We'll have to wait and see. But these are those things where we're starting to see a change. Like, I just read a story about Demi Lovato, and she was talking with another woman, and she was saying they were talking about how when they were basically little kids, they had 30-year-old boyfriends. And that was a thing that was happening a lot when I was a kid. When I was in high school, the girls that I had access to were my age. And a lot of them were dating way older dudes,
Right.
college guys. My high school girlfriend had a 25-year-old boyfriend before me.
And she was 15, right?
She would have been 15 when she was with him. We got together when we were 16, which is weird. Now I look back and think she couldn't have been pleased. You know, the step back. Like, well, I was with a guy who had a job and had real money and
a car.
I had a car, but it was a beater. The rope held the hood on. Like, that's not exactly
Sexy.
stylish. But I'm assuming there was a point where she went, this grown-up thing is, I don't know. I don't know what caused her to break up with that guy. It was, but.
Well, maybe she was like, oh, he's creepy.
Well, and that's it. That was Demi Lovato saying into a microphone, what was I doing with a 30-year-old boyfriend, and why didn't someone stop him? No. And this is another example of these child endangerment situations where the 51-year-old mom, who's now convicted of these crimes against kids, and they say here in the story, these kids are the reason this case got made. They came forward and they testified.
Good.
And said what happened to them. And so it's the families and the kids, they're saying we're able to help them make this case. Otherwise, she'd probably have gotten away with it. But they had...
That's incredible.
20 former teens who were either victims or attended the parties and were able to testify to what they saw
Right.
or what happened to them.
I actually think that that's probably pretty good just for the kid in general to be told, you got to go testify. Just tell the truth. Just answer the questions. And to hear what is wrong with what happened to you, because sometimes kids don't have a frame of reference for that. They're innocent and they just wanted to party, and they don't understand what this person was doing.
Well, this is, I think what I was getting at is we talk about consent and that kids aren't able to give it. Even if they said yes,
right?
They're not able to look at all of what they're being presented with and make an informed grown-up decision.
Yep.
They can't give consent.
Right.
And so this lady got over on them for whatever reason, whether this was to improve her kid's profile in school and make him the cool guy, or she's got some screw loose.
Well, that's
obvious.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean?
Any scenario includes that.
Whatever, but it's one thing if you're well, there's too many things in play for it to be one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the idea that you're trying to improve your kid's, profile.
This ain't the way, lady.
Right. And yet, what's wrong with you that you thought handing a condom to a boy and a passed out girl in a bedroom and saying, get in there? Like one of the girls said, you knew what he was going to do to me and you let him do it.
You gave him a condom.
You encouraged him to do that. I was completely wasted. So she's going to get her time. She's not going to be sentenced yet, but they're looking at 20 years.
She should get all 20.
So there's that. Party mom convicted, facing a long prison term. Have you ever heard the term seat divorce? This is travel nonsense. A travel hack called Seat Divorce is in the news after a writer for the HuffPost did a story. It's for couples who hate middle seats.
Oh.
Most couples automatically just book 2 seats next to each other. One person has to suck it up and take the middle. A seat divorce is when you skip the middle seat completely and both sit where you want.
Well, I feel like that's the way. If you both want a window seat, just book 2 window seats. If you both want an aisle seat, just book 2 aisle seats. It's a flight. What were you going to do? Did you have to play patty cakes or something? Did you have to be ready? Some people can't be separated, but others are just like, listen, I'm going to read my book or I'm going to try and sleep. And I want it to be on the aisle or I want the window, whatever.
Well, and they say one way you can not have to deal with that middle seat is both get ends and aisles in the same row.
Oh, there you go.
You're just across the... That's
nice.
I'm always the one that sort of just goes, I just want to get to where we're going. I don't care where I have to sit. And often I'll be like, if we have to separate, you be with the kids, I'll go sit by myself somewhere.
Or you and one kid and her and another kid.
Yeah, I mean, that depends on what
right.
what the breakup is. But I just always think flying is not going to be fun.
Never.
First class.
It's much more fun in first class, but it's still... I always just let John... Because I would like the window, but I just go, you take the window. He likes the window. He likes it enough to say it out loud, so I'm like, go ahead. I know I'm just going to sleep anyway.
So this is what they're talking about, is how couples deal with the flight plan in terms of where you will sit. And most people just sleep, read, or watch TV anyway, so maybe there's no reason to sit together at all. Unless, of course, you do have kids, and that's when you're trying to keep them close to you.
Right.
And that, as much as you don't want it, anyone to be doing anything or talking to your kids in any kind of way that you're not aware of, I think it's also, you don't want your kids to torture other people who've paid for their flight.
Right.
And don't want to have to parent your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open this? You know what
Sure.
I mean? It starts there and then it just, next thing you know, they're taking a nap on the guy's thigh.
Yikes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, it's just the comfort level grows over the 6-hour
Well,
flight.
we're friends now.
Yeah. What? Anyway, they're talking
Seat
about
divorce. You know what? I don't see anything wrong with this. But then I have a separate bedroom. You do too. We sleep separately from our spouses. I have no problem. I will make it through a 6-hour flight and we'll be reunited on the other side.
For sure. And I didn't want to change beds. It's just the way it is. Our hours are ridiculous.
Yep.
They just are. Anyway, this isn't for everyone, but it's a pretty common thing couples do where they just decide
Would you do that, Bobby? Do you have where do you want to sit? You want to sit at
Are you
the
kidding? She left without him.
I know, but
entirely.
I'm trying to put that into the past.
Well, actually, Susan is the passenger princess when we're on airplanes. So he gets to pick the seat, whatever. We don't really pick our seats. We just take whatever they give us.
I'm not.
Oh.
I feel like just get me there.
Don't the seat assignments start pretty soon on Southwest? Isn't that the last one?
Oh, it's
that was
already
doing-
begun.
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fly Southwest anyway because that's too much for me. But Susan likes a window, which means I because he gets preference, I always have to sit in the middle. I'm not mad when we get seated separately and then I get an aisle and he gets a window. But you can't watch something together. Sometimes we like to watch stuff together on our phones.
I feel like the
sure, I
travel
suppose
is
there's
just
that.
get there. Let's just get
Right.
there. I just want to get there.
You're not just gonna. What do the kids call it? Raw dog. Just like stare at the back of the seat in front of you without moving.
I usually, weirdly, I will buy a magazine and might read it cover to cover to start my journey because magazines are hard to come by anywhere else but the airport.
right.
But that's, my first go-to is let's read a guitar or a surfing magazine from cover to cover.
Right.
Most airlines have free Wi-Fi now, so I'm scrolling on TikTok,
There you go.
catching up on my pop culture.
That is a nice 5-hour, however long your flight is, hole you can climb down. You're like, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm not even feeling guilty about
You don't
this.
even have to feel guilty about it.
Yeah. I never use any. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I'll read my book on my phone, but it's just in airplane mode. But I do. I buy a massive book of Sudoku and just sit and do
Oh, and
Sudoku
do
the
those.
whole time. I love
Yeah.
it. And that time goes by so fast.
I try and sleep. That's how time goes by the fastest.
If you can fall asleep on a flight, that is the way.
I get my hoodie, I put my hood up, I put my eye mask on, and I open my mouth extra wide.
Catch flies.
Do you fall asleep easily?
Pretty easily, probably a lot more easily than the average person, yes.
Yeah, I can't sleep on a plane at all.
I can sleep on a plane.
Can you?
Yeah, but
course
a
you
lot
can.
of times if I, I will say this, in first class they have lay flat seats now, kind of on the regular.
They have what?
Lie flat seats. So you have your own pod,
Yeah.
and you are laying down flat with a pillow and a blanket, and I sleep the whole flight
You've done that
many times.
many
Yes.
times?
But if I don't have that and you're in a regular seat, I will wake up with just the worst crick in my neck.
Oh, yeah, it's the
Like,
worst
I fall
sleep of
asleep
your
and
life.
it's just like, oh my God. I think I may have permanently ruined my neck.
Will they let you and John make the spoons and nap together?
Oh no, it's a single. It's a narrow thing. It's the seat itself just lays out flat, and the seats are staggered next to each other, so you're sort of like diagonally in, like in a parking spot.
How many more people do you think have joined the Mile High Club now that they have those little sleeping pod?
Yeah, I mean, what if he just wanted to lay
Situations.
on top of you?
He
Could
couldn't get where. I'm telling you, you can't fit two people in. It's not a compartment where you are closed off either. You have like people walking by look right down on you. It's not private.
But it's dark.
That is true. But I'm not interested in joining the Mile High Club either. So he's got a few hurdles he's got to get over before he joins the
That
Mile
is
High Club.
ultimately
While I'm
the
trying to
problem
sleep.
is he doesn't have a willing participant. Is that
That
what you're
is
saying?
the main thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to consent. There is none.
No, there is zero on plane consent. Don't even ask.
Our text number is 800-400-3697. And Bob is on the show with your texts.
What are the people saying, Bobby?
A lot of interest in the Birkin bag.
Oh,
Apparently it was dark red, not maroon. Isn't that what maroon is?
yes.
Okay. 415 says, regarding the Birkin, you can get a reasonable knockoff on TikTok shop for under $40. It has the trademark straps on the side. No disrespect if you like to buy knockoff stuff, but for me, it makes literally no sense to
Oh, it
buy
makes
a
perfect
fake.
sense. You buy a fake, and then you just act like it's real.
But
And then you're
what's
like,
the point of that?
The point is that you're impressing all these people, all these highfalutin people, and they're all like, "Oh, it's a Birkin bag," and you go, and you in your head you go, "Ha,
But I think people who
Dummy.
would be impressed by that know it's fake
"How can they know?"
because they can see because
How?
it looks
How can they
fake.
tell?
Because it's made of plastic instead of high quality leather.
Well, they're not allowed to touch it. Only you can touch it. It's your Birkin bag.
I wouldn't want to buy somebody a fake Birkin bag because I think that it comes with the whole no one's touched this bag. Like there's a bunch of stuff that it comes with, right? That is like
the status.
It's I think it's cool. I don't have the money for this right now. We have kids and all the stuff, but I absolutely, had we stayed single, I would have bought her something like that, no problem.
Apparently Drake has a whole collection of Birkin bags for when he finally finds his wife.
He buys them and puts them away for a future.
Supposedly,
some woman who's going to come sweep him off his feet is going to get a closet full of high-end handbags, etc.
Yep.
I don't believe that he's ever going to be swept off his feet.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
at this point, if he hasn't found her yet.
Plus, he puts fake abs on his pictures. This was like, who's going to marry that?
Yeah, he's kind of a weenie these days.
He's a total weenie.
650
and his
says
music's bad and he can't dance or sing. Go on.
650 says, I'm sure they gave it to him for free for publicity. He's also getting money for ads on social media. I don't know if Birkin would be in the business of giving out free bags because all of their clientele would be like, hey, give me a free bag. I'm famous. Right. Yeah. So I don't know if that's true. And this one I love, 925. My Lyft driver is listening to Alice, as am I on my phone.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
One of the days when I left here and went straight to the airport, my Uber driver was listening to Alice. And I had to say, oh, I work there.
Oh my God. That's so exciting.
Next time, if you want me to take you to the airport from here next time, just say so.
Okay.
I don't want you to feel like I'm putting you in a bad spot or being weird, but I did drive home thinking I could have just taken her to the airport.
Oh, I would love that on Wednesday. Will you take me to the airport?
Isn't it
a week
Thursday?
Yeah.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yes.
We'll talk.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Thanks, Vin.
Easy.
That's
What's coming up in the
nice.
trash?
The Oscars, the Beckhams, and more. Alice 97.3. Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show. Almost Friday. If you breathe deep, you can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming for you.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait, that's my San Francisco Bay coffee.
Oh, you trickster.
Well,
You got me.
smells good like a Friday.
You set me up with a Friday and you hit me with a coffee. All right.
We are fully powered by San Francisco Bay Coffee here at the Sarah and Vinnie Morning Show. Tickets, the Alice Ticket Trio. We're doing that in an hour. Tickets for Charlie Puth, Louis Capaldi, and Demi Lovato. We've got them at 9:05. Mason has them at 12:05. And it's Jane. She's got them for you at 5:05. So make sure you're here. We'll start in an hour. We'll do that in an hour. 800-400-3697. You can call us or text us on that number and email us anytime at sarahandvinnyradio@gmail.com. We have another email address as well. It's badadvice973@gmail.com. And that is where you send your problems. Any little struggle you're having, if you want us to weigh in on it, we are fully unqualified to do it, and we would love to take on your problem. So send it along with all the details. We'll leave you anonymous if you want. It's fine.
We love guessing, though.
We do.
I think you should.
It's what we do best.
Here's what.
Yeah. What I like is, and we've been doing bad advice for years. We used to have a podcast called The Secret Show, and the things were crazy on that show. Like just some of the gnarliest problems ever, which, by the way, we'll take all the problems, really hard ones, super easy ones, kind of funny ones, whatever. But we'd actually have therapists write us and say, listen, you guys, no.
We've also had them write and say you guys did great on that.
Yes, we have.
That's really happened.
Those are the times we felt the proudest. A therapist said we got it right.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good stuff.
But there were also times where they were like, okay, I'm going to step in here.
I admit, I got carried away with the Sting thing. Yes, he came in, hips first. But later, after I watched it again, after all this time when I thought he really drilled me, I looked at it and went, wow, I really built that up. In this case, though, we really did have actual therapists write us and say, you guys got that right.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
Yes.
That really happened. Sting did not drill my leg.
It happened the one time.
No.
And then all the other times the therapists were like, oh my God, what have you done?
No.
Okay, let me jump in here. I got a couple things. First of all, the Oscars are a week from Sunday, and they're lining up all the stuff that they are going to have for the big show, which will be an hour and a half too long. And will go on past my bedtime, so
you know what?
Luckily, I don't have to watch it.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Bob, because the truth is, I never see the Oscar movies. Never.
Yeah.
And
well, I never would have finished.
First time I've seen Sinners. I've seen
One Battle After Another.
One Battle After. What's the one we just Frankenstein?
Yeah.
And I couldn't finish Marty Supreme, but I get the gist.
Mm.
That guy.
You couldn't finish it?
I just didn't want to. It was boring.
Oh.
This guy.
We do. I think that you putting the Oscar movies in front of us was excellent. I almost wondered, like, when were the nominees put out, and have we been doing it since? Did we start a little late?
We might have started a little late, but they also aren't always available to
That's
stream
true. That is
yet.
true. Yeah.
But
and
I'm
it
glad
is
you
nice
guys
to
liked
not
it.
have to pay for the movies that you recommend.
Right.
There's been a few times where we actually had to go in there and rent it. So it's nicer when they're just on Netflix. It's fine. So anyway, a week and a half from now, the Oscars are happening. And it looks like Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan, who starred in When Harry Met Sally, one of Rob Reiner's most iconic movies, will be reunited at the Oscars to pay tribute to him. Apparently, Billy is going to do so. Billy Crystal will be doing the talking, and Meg will be on stage with a bunch of stars of other Rob Reiner movies.
Oh.
He was pretty prolific.
Yeah.
So they're all going to get up there and honor him.
That's great.
Pay tribute. I know. It was such a tragedy and kind of out of nowhere. Meanwhile, Barbara Streisand's in talks to sing during the In Memoriam segment in honor of Robert Redford, her co-star in The Way We Were. I wonder if she'll sing that song. That'd be a good one for the In Memoriam.
It's very strange to hear her jump in like that and want to perform. She doesn't seem to be.
Well, they're in talks. Isn't. She doesn't. She's actually said that she has super stage fright. She also only wants to be photographed from one side. Like they made. I think she went on like Rosie O'Donnell or Oprah or something and made them completely. She goes, I can't go on that show because I'll be facing my right side will be toward the camera.
I remember that story, and you did tell us that.
Yeah, years ago. It's such a crazy thing to really know your good side, I guess. Like, aren't you just, hi, I'm here in the world. You'll be seeing both sides of my face.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking great care in how you're seen. I think, if anything, you and I both have been very lazy about whether or not a picture looks good of us.
That is true.
I'll post it.
Oh, is it a picture of us? Great. Put it up.
You guys just like to complain about it later.
Well,
That's
there's
true.
that too.
Of course we do.
I mean, certainly there's things where I go, I can't believe I posted that.
I'd love to see what she's up to now. I mean, how old is she now?
83.
Damn.
Well, did you see the recent story where she, in an effort to compliment one of the American Olympians,
Oh, I didn't see this.
She just absolutely stoked a fire of backlash because in her effort to support, and I think it was Liu, the ice skater, in her effort to support her, she starts telling the story about Chinese American neighbors, and people are like, that started off right, and now we just heard a story about you and your neighbors and this and that, and it had nothing to do with the original compliment for the. So
she's 83. She's not woke,
and she's also Barbara Streisand the whole time. Of course, she talked about.
So
her.
what you really want to hear is a story about me.
I mean, that's not surprising, but I was surprised by the backlash because I thought, you guys, this is Barbara Streisand. I mean, if you're following her, don't you know? The whole world revolves around her.
Right.
Duh.
Hello, get into the orbit like a good little boy or girl. Anyway, Barbara Streisand is in talks to sing during the in memoriam segment because we lost Robert Redford this year, and they famously were in The Way We Were together. The Oscars are Sunday, March 15th on ABC. Conan O'Brien is hosting, and they're actually saying in this particular story, and that's a crazy coincidence because Reiner and his wife Michelle were killed by their son Nick after attending Conan's holiday party. I don't know if it's a crazy coincidence. A bunch of Hollywood people.
Seen any updates on the son lately? Have we?
He pleaded not guilty. And I don't know if he's going to say that he's crazy or off his meds or how I mean, isn't it a known thing that he did murder them? Mm-hmm. Anyway, there's just a little update. Victoria and David Beckham, they have some kids.
Yeah.
And one of them is estranged, Brooklyn Beckham. They put all their family strife aside and wished him a happy birthday. We love you so much.
Well, don't you think they do?
I do think that they do. I think that whatever bizarre, twisted behavior might go on in any family, I like to think that no matter how estranged you are from your parents, that your parents, on some level, do love you. But again, that could be just crazy talk.
No, you do. You can't help it. You've gone all these miles with those children. They're part of you. It's got to kill them that they're having to, not be.
If she loved him that much, couldn't she be a little nicer to his then fiance? Why did she have to steal the spotlight at this woman's wedding? Anyway, there's some pretty public drama that's going on with the Beckham family, but that did not stop Victoria and David from wishing their estranged son, Brooklyn, a happy birthday yesterday. Each of them took to Instagram to share 2 stories apiece for Brooklyn Beckham's 27th. She shared a throwback photo of the couple in a pool with baby Brooklyn alongside them. And the message was, happy birthday, Brooklyn. We love you so much. And a pic of her as a young mom with her baby boy. And the message, happy 27th birthday, Brooklyn. I love you so much. And both posts included red heart emojis, which means that she really does love him.
Yeah, that's the deep love emoji. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. he posted, this is David Beckham. He posted the same pool photo with the message 27 today alongside a holding back tears emoji.
The same damn photo?
Lazy.
The same photo?
I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing this for PR, right?
Obviously. Yep.
Then you'd think they'd find another photo.
It wasn't even a picture of him. David Beckham wasn't in the picture.
No, David Beckham and Posh Spice together in a pool with the baby. Apparently, I don't have
another couple.
No.
Oh, I thought you said
No. Just the couple.
Oh, okay.
The Beckham couple and their baby.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I think you were pretty clear.
All right. So anyway, I don't see a response from him yet. I just see all the old quotes from when he was mad about his.
Well, I
wife.
wonder. I mean, he said he wanted his privacy, so he shouldn't be saying anything on social media. But I wonder if they called him or if they just posted this. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Would he take the call? Hasn't he said, I don't want anything to do with them anymore?
Well, you at least see that they called.
And it is my birthday. They are my mom and dad.
So awful when families have ice between
gross.
them.
Totally.
It's just terrible.
This is just an aside, really. I don't know who's in the Epstein files, and I don't know that everyone in the Epstein files did everything that all, maybe this guy isn't the worst. Maybe he's the best, but he did lose his job. The real Alan Grant from Jurassic Park is in the Epstein files. His name is Jack Horner. He's a well-known paleontologist, if there is such a thing. He's a well-known paleontologist. The only one I know is Ross. He consulted on all 7 of the Jurassic Park movies. Apparently he's so knowledgeable that they had him on retainer. Well, we got to ask Jack Horner about it. He's been fired from his main gig after showing up in the Epstein files. He was bounced from his job as a lecturer at Chapman University in California. They did not specifically say why they let him go, but everyone went, oh, it's because he's in the Epstein files. In addition to his behind-the-scenes role in the movies, he was the real-life inspiration for Dr. Alan Grant in the original Michael Crichton movie. Grant is played by Sam Neill, most recently in the series of Xfinity commercials. Horner exchanged emails with Epstein in 2012. He says it was all related to a potential donation to his Dino Chicken project. So I went, okay, I'll bite. Give me the Dino Chicken project. So I went and took a look at this thing, and I honestly, you can go down a rabbit hole on this if you want. I did post the story up at the Sarah and Vinnie Facebook page. So if you're like, I got to know about the Dino Chicken, it's there for you.
Wait, you're not going to tell us?
Well, it's basically he wants to take chicken eggs or chicken DNA and from them make, additions or subtractions into the DNA strands and make them into dinosaurs.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that this was connecting back to Dino Nuggets.
Nope. It's dino. It's an actual dino chicken.
So a chicken becomes a pterodactyl.
Or yes, something like that. Whichever one that they feel like that bird DNA. Apparently, listen, I did read some of it, but they would take DNA out of a feather strand. They feel that, and a lot of people think that hypothesize that dinosaurs weren't scaly, that they were
feathered.
They were feathered.
Yeah.
So as you've probably guessed, it hasn't happened yet. We don't have dino chickens running around, but it is funny to think that he's like, no. I just wanted a donation from him for my Dino Chicken project. You want to reverse engineer a chicken into a dinosaur.
It's giving Victor Frankenstein. Man can't help himself.
I absolutely was thinking that while you were talking. Like, didn't we just finish Where That Goes? We just watched the movie. And
then as I was looking at that, the greatest dinosaur characters of all time ranked popped up. I'm just going to...
Is it Dino?
It's Dino. It is Dino.
Is it
from
Dino?
From the Flintstones.
It's freaking Dino.
Rex from Toy Story is in there. Blue from Jurassic World. That was a couple Jurassic Parks ago. Godzilla's on the list, and I feel like,
He's a lizard, though.
and he's also not a dinosaur, like at all, right? I mean, I suppose he looks like an overgrown dinosaur, but he's not like any specific
No,
type
he's
of.
a monster.
He's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's a monster.
I'm still waiting for Monarch season 2. Maybe it's never going to happen. But
Oh, I think it's out. Hold on. I was just watching a thing on it last night.
get out of here.
Monarch
Oh, yeah.
season 2.
Came out in February.
Yeah, it's out. It's on Apple TV, Legacy of Monsters.
And
Kurt
no one-
Russell.
Eh,
Yeah.
the whole season?
Let me see. Week
to week.
One episode is out so far. February 27th was the first episode. Tomorrow is the second episode.
Oh, I'm totally watching 2 episodes
looked-
of that
it
this
looked
weekend.
good, too.
I'm sure. The Monarch, season 1 was super cool. I found it very fun.
Yeah, I saw the thing for it last night, and I thought, I wonder if Vinny's watching that.
Yeah. Did you see the first season?
I did.
Did you like it? No?
I
Eh?
didn't like. You really loved it. I thought it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one looks freaking crazy. Like I watched a preview thing, like sort of had like this season on Monarch,
And they
I
showed
went,
some Bay Area.
"Whoa!"
Like, I mean, one of those monsters kind of does the Bay Bridge pretty dirty.
Sorry,
The
about
Bay
it.
Bridge?
No, sorry, Golden Gate.
Oh, I was gonna say they always
No, it was
wreck the Golden Gate.
No, it was the
Bridge.
Golden Gate. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, give the Bay Bridge some love, Godzilla.
Yeah, stomp on that on your way to the Golden Gate at least. Game of Thrones has a movie officially in the works. This is the guy who wrote Andor, which is a good series.
An excellent series.
It's set in the Star Wars universe. And looks like Warner Brothers, some writer who is working with Warner Brothers, the Andor writer is working with Warner Brothers, and they're talking about doing a movie, a bunch of movies actually. And I mean, it sounds like it's just going to be. It sounds like it's going to be the show retold. But there are other studios that are working on, they say, rival versions of the story of King Aegon I, conquest of Westeros. But so at least movies from that universe. But this one in particular sounds like it's actually based on the books. The original books, which I'm fine with. Let's redo that whole series.
Actually, yeah, that's a great point. Maybe we could get the ending we deserve.
Yeah. Yes.
That we waited and we cried over.
Even
So
I felt
annoying.
burnt by that idiot ending.
Oh,
And
so terrible.
I watched
Terrible.
most of those seasons begrudgingly because you love it.
I know.
Those men should be in prison for what they
Yes,
did.
they should. The Davids, Benioff, and Birkenstock or something.
Oh, don't even give them airtime with their names. Weenies.
Netflix is considering reviving The Crown for a special season regarding Prince Andrew's downfall.
I think it's a little too soon, maybe.
Do you?
Well, he's the one who just got arrested.
He got yes, so he's in the Epstein files. He got kicked out of the royalty, but they also just kicked him out of the house by the house, I mean 30-bedroom castle that he's been living in, which by the way, I did not know this, but as I'm reading about it, and I think they call it a cottage too. It's like so gross. Like how can
That
they?
is gross.
How can they call that?
And
a
it's gross
cottage?
that someone who's born to such privilege and such an easy head start in life with all that money and title and everything has to go for more by getting onto Epstein Island because I guess he thinks he's owed anything he feels like he wants. Let me just have all the stuff. Gross. I hope that he does lose everything.
They say that he divorced Sarah Fergie in 06, I believe. 96.
Okay.
But they had a couple kids together. They continued to live together, including, I think he moved into this, it's called the Royal Lodge. So there is no cottage in this. But it's also definitely not just a lodge. It's a freaking castle. 30 bedrooms. I'm sorry. That qualifies. And, acres and acres of beautiful grounds. So this Royal Lodge, he'd been living there for like 20 years with Sarah Ferguson, still, even after all this time. I guess it's big enough that they can each have their own wing and never see each other.
That's maybe the best thing he's done. is, keeping her housed, the
Right.
mother of his kids.
A roof over her head.
I mean, that's actually decent.
King Charles is, they say, contemplating offering, he's kicked, so Prince Andrew's been kicked out of this royal lodge. And they're saying he's talking about offering this to Harry and Meghan.
The lodge.
The lodge.
And
As
so
in,
Sarah Ferguson's about to get the boot too.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Although everyone has to move out. They want him. And apparently the place has fallen into quite a bit of disrepair. Well, don't worry. It's a castle. They can fix it right out.
They're made of stone.
Right, sure. Exactly, Ben.
Oh, good
It
point.
needs a new paint job.
It needs new carpets, I bet.
Sure.
Ugh.
Let's get it. That's because this place, when they say it needs repairs, they probably mean it needs new golden curtains or something.
And a fresh gray paint job.
Sure, exactly. But it would be a huge step if he offered that to ex-Prince Harry, I don't know, and Meghan Markle. Like that would but they say at heart he's Harry's dad. He loves Harry, and whatever's gone on with them, wouldn't it be nice if King Charles is in his 80s? He's got to be. Maybe he's like 79. I don't know.
Is he that old?
He's pretty damn old.
77.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
not quite 80. But at that point in your life, you look back on your whole life and you think, what is really important to me? His relationship with his son. Maybe he's looking to repair that. It's just a rumor that this is being talked about. But I think that would be nice.
Well, does that end up being really on Meghan? Isn't she the one who felt slighted by the royals? And so maybe this is a good olive branch.
I'd like to offer you a castle.
But maybe it's also her saying,
no thanks. I don't want to. No, but really, I think you'll quite enjoy it. Several of the 30 bedrooms involved in the Royal Lounge.
I'd rather live in Montecito, personally.
Oh, I know, right? I'm sure they have a great place.
Their garden looks beautiful.
It does. And, of course, that's where she does her wildly successful show.
Oh, R.I.P.
I know.
All the shows are over? No more podcasts, no more TV?
I feel like maybe there's another podcast coming. I don't know. I think she should go back to acting.
Yeah.
Speaking of period pieces, Bridgerton.
Were we?
Well, kind of, Woo! Oldie England. Merry oldie England. Bridgerton. Kind of a fantasy version of what the olden days might have looked like.
Okay.
It's pretty diverse.
Go on.
All these, kings, queens, period pieces.
No, I got you.
Bridgerton season, I guess we must be in season 4.
That sounds right.
It's really good.
Did you finish the second half?
I have not finished the second half. But I am enjoy. Did you enjoy it?
The first half?
Yes.
Yeah. The Cinderella stuff is a little boring.
I liked the Cinderella angle on the whole thing.
Maybe if they made it sexy Cinderella, I would have been more into it. But the season 1 was really something special.
I know. Season 1 was great. I liked season 2.
Yeah. I guess the vibes are still cool, but it's certainly not.
My favorite is the story of the Queen.
Yeah.
That one is, I cried, ugly cried my eyes out.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh,
Queen
God,
Charlotte?
it's great. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Is that her name, Queen Charlotte?
I believe so.
Is that what it's called?
I think
I think
so.
it might be.
Why'd you cry your eyes out?
Oh, it's just it's so good. And it's like got a whole mental health thing that's going on with it.
Oh, she has problems.
No.
The hubs.
The hubs, yeah.
Oh.
It's really, but it's so, I thought it was really beautifully done and incredibly, they did a great job with it. I really like Bridgerton. I think it's excellent. What I didn't like, here's what I don't like about this particular season. This guy is sexually wild for the period piece times. Benedict. He is.
This is a spoon licker?
No. That's from the first season. That guy doesn't even want to come back. Reggae Jean Page.
Oh, he thought he was too good for the number 1 show on Netflix. And where are you now?
Yeah, Reggae Jean Page.
We can't even remember your name, loser.
Hold on. You never stopped frothing about that guy. You were like,
where is he?
Guy
Where is
the
he?
hottest thing.
He is hot.
When
he should have stayed on that show.
Spoon, oh my God.
Hey, he was great. You know what he was? He was David Caruso. David Caruso leaves NYPD Blue after 1 season because everyone's like, like, "You're amazing. You should be in movies." And he went, "All right, I'm quitting my very successful
man.
show."
The ego.
Right. Anyway, Benedict's character is like, he's wild.
He's bi.
He's bi. He does twosomes and threesomes and onesomes and all. And he wants to
rake.
party. He's a rake.
He's having the time of his
he's
life.
He's like an artist, and he's the second son, so there's no pressure on him. He's just trying to find himself in the wider world. And he's
That's
like,
what I'd be doing
never...
if I was the second male in a rich family.
In the olden days.
The girls don't get to do anything.
The girls
fun.
get nothing, I know.
They don't?
God, oh no. You wouldn't want to taint your reputation.
Well, who's the guy doing all the fun stuff with?
Girls who aren't
Girls who are
rich,
tainted.
Poor girls.
Poor girls. The
Oh.
poor girls. So the whole thing is that this guy, the mother wants to marry him off, but he's busy carousing all the time. And then he meets one girl in a mask one night, and suddenly that's it. He's met the kid. He doesn't even know who she is, it's the whole Cinderella story.
He can't even recognize her when she's
standing right in front of him, and he doesn't recognize her. And it's just hard to believe. Anyway, Bridgerton.
Bridgerton's hard to believe.
No, it's very easy to believe. Most of the time.
Is that what you just said?
Most of the time, it's very easy to believe. It's this Benedict thing that's hard to believe. Anyway, Bridgerton. It's a show on Netflix. The end. What's coming up in the news? I can't wait through that. All right. Alice 97.3, Sarah Vinnie, Alice's morning show powered by San Francisco Bay Coffee. Stream Alice and take us everywhere you go on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
What's up, everyone? This Alice Report is brought to you by Jumpstart MD. Start your weight loss journey with Jumpstart MD. Mention radio to get started for only $20.26. Call 855-JUMPSTART or visit jumpstartmd.com. Really nice out right now.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Looks like a great day.
Great day, and a string of them as well. So,
great news.
Yeah, I'm happy. Time changes this weekend.
Yay.
We spring forward.
We lose an hour.
It makes everyone want to complain, and yet we voted. Let's lock one in, one or the other, and we still haven't. Okay. You say so. Whatever you say. People who should have implemented that a long time ago.
Because we voted for it to go away.
So crazy.
I know.
Anyway, let's see. Here's what's happening. So we'll begin with, I like this, the tiny victories that make millennials feel like they've arrived. Oh. I think this isn't specific to millennials, although they're probably just getting to these points in their life. But we all have that time when we finally went, the bed I've been carrying around since I left my parents' house, and like I had to downgrade from, that bed was so worn out and I didn't have any money, but I had to get something else, and I ended up in a futon.
How long did you have the futon for?
For a while.
I know you had it in Philly.
I had it in Philly. I got it right before I went to Philly. I had it in Philly, and then I had it for a while at my place in OB when we moved here.
Oh, right.
I lived in Ocean Beach. I had it there. But you are sleeping. I was on the floor.
Yeah.
There's like a really weird feeling to get into bed, but you're actually getting down. You don't sit on it and roll over. You go, let me get it down on the ground. Oh.
Was it up in a frame or was it just laid on the ground?
It was on the ground. And it was on a frame, but the frame was on the ground, and you could move it up to a seat.
Yeah.
But even as a seat, your legs would go straight out. It didn't have legs.
Like almost like sort of like a hinged pallet.
Like yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That was it. And that's what I could afford, and that's what I lived on for a while. When I got a bed again, though, it was like, oh my gosh, I feel like a person and not a dude who sleeps on the floor. And I had to ask more than one girl to sleep on the floor with me there, and it's not good.
No bounce either.
No. No. Anyway, finally upgrading from the bed you left home in to a new king size bed. And you go from the full, the twin, the futon, and you get that thing you want. And then you realize this is living.
This is living.
It is. Being able to put your bills on auto pay. These are the ways millennials or anybody really would feel like we've made it.
Oh.
Being able to put your bills on auto pay. I don't even have my bills on auto pay today.
Oh, really?
I do them.
I have a few of my bills on auto pay, but everything's electronic now. The only things I think I do mail checks to the tax collector. For my property taxes.
The tax man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I e-file my taxes.
Yeah.
I don't send them a check. I don't think.
These are signs you've made it. Tiny little victories. Not having to panic when you have a $500 or $1,000 emergency. It's a bummer, but it's not the end of the world.
But you're not like, well, I guess I don't eat for the next 2 months.
Well, I've had that. It's usually a car problem that crops up
God.
and you go.
Car problems are.
I can't buy tires right now.
I can't afford this.
And yet, you do.
So you're a millennial. What's the age range of millennials?
30 to 45.
30 to 40. So you're the youngest possible millennial, oldest possible is Gen Z.
Yes.
Okay.
Paying off your student loans or buying a house. These are signs you've made it. Paying a service to trim a large tree instead of trying to do it yourself.
Oh.
Buying a new couch. That was another one that was another big moment for me when I bought my first couch at Bus Vans for Bargains right down the street from here. And then that thing was my my couch for a long time. I loved it.
Yeah. And when you shell out on a piece of furniture that you're like, I think this is going to last me for the foreseeable future. Like this could be a couch that my kids take someday. Maybe not, but
Right. We went through with kids. We went through like 3 couches, like almost in 5 years.
yeah, kids are
ruined them.
my kids did that too. And then when we moved into this house that we live in now, 15 years ago, we bought a really nice leather couch, and it's held up and it's great. And I feel like I splashed out on it. I'm like, we've gone through enough crappy couches. Let's get in it. The kids aren't going to, finger paint on this one. They're old enough now. It's great. It's like all broken in.
We got a nice one at Crate and Barrel, and we were able to sort of pick the things we wanted, and they got us. And then one of those kids put their hot pink slime on it and just ruined it.
Oh, no.
And slime has become like one of those things in the house that is just, it sets mom off.
Oh,
Mama's
God.
like, who gave you that? And, you better not be the person that gave the kid slime because you're the one getting it. Grandpa,
I never
grandma.
had to deal with slime. I'm so
it's
glad.
the worst. They love it.
Yeah.
Kids love it. I don't know. I really don't know why, but they love it. And
Because it's satisfying.
I
It's
guess.
douchey.
Seeing your credit score surpass the 800 mark.
Oh.
These are things that make millennials feel like they've arrived. Yeah, good credit's important.
It is.
It becomes a thing
Mm-hmm.
that you can look at and go, look at that.
Yep.
I have good credit.
I'll get a good mortgage rate.
So I've come a long way from the days of sending this check and praying they don't cash it before Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't. Oh, no. And
Well,
now they're
I'm
going to
withdrawing
charge
again.
me $20 on top of being
Right.
for bouncing a check. Great.
I'm going to charge you some more money that you don't have. Wait, what?
Hiring movers instead of asking friends and not having to live with a roommate is on the list of ways you've made it.
Mm,
It's pretty good.
those are good feelings.
This lady was about to take her Ottawa business national when the Spice Girls lawyers ruined her life.
Say that whole sentence again.
This woman was about to take her Ottawa business. She's a Canadian
Okay, all right.
national.
Ottawa.
I thought you were saying auto.
No, sorry.
Auto, Okay,
I'm
Ottawa.
looking at it. So to me,
Got
it
it.
made perfect sense. But when the Spice Girls lawyers threatened to sue, Lily Bond, 22, was trying to fight for her Spice Girls seasoning trademark,
Oh.
but the legal fees were too high, and the Spice Girls ruined her dreams.
So was this recent or was this
This
the
is
old?
recent.
Oh, okay. So
She has a business called Spice Girls Seasoning, and it's SPYCE, and girls with a Z, so it's spelt different. But she makes this seasoning and has been making it since she was 13. But she's being forced to change her company's name after lawyers for the British pop band Spice Girls threatened to sue her.
how about Spicy Chick?
Is she wrong? Should she have to lose her company business or her company name?
Well, it's even if it's spelled differently. If someone says to you, "I want Spice Girls seasoning," people immediately think of the actual Spice Girls.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I'm sorry, but that is an infringement.
I feel like she could win, but she'd have to pay, which it sounds like.
Yeah,
she can't
it sounds
do.
like she was running out of money in an effort to keep her name, and now she will have to change her name.
She could make it Girly Spice.
Girly Spice. Well, they might even bitch about that.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't complain about that.
That's true.
They can't.
I don't think. It's completely
Why do
different.
you always fold when she pushes back on you? You just go,
Yeah, I don't
"Oh, you're
know.
right."
Because I thought about it for a second. Because she makes so much sense. I do fold.
Right away.
She doesn't want to fight with me. She
I
loves
don't.
me.
She doesn't. Well, I think she loves me too, but she will fight with me.
Well, you're
to
wrong.
The end. Well, God.
Yeah, you are usually wrong. So
So fun. I
Yeah.
love it. This next one. This is kind of fun. People are sharing completely unnecessary rules they've been following their whole lives And here are some of them. Not only do married couples not have to sleep in the same bed, but if they do, they also can have separate blankets. In fact, they say here, your relationship is yours. You can make up your own rules, like having your own rooms and your own beds.
This is our house.
And
We
your
make
own
the
blankets.
rules.
Well, it is one of those things where you find yourself feeling pressured
Right.
because of what the norms are, that you try to fit into these things
Yeah.
that just don't work for you.
Yep.
And if you're both in love and you both love each other, why wouldn't you say, we don't have to do it that way?
Yeah. We could do it a way that would make you happy.
I'm happy, you're happy. Why are we tripping on what the neighbors think?
Right. Just don't tell the neighbors.
If an Irish goodbye is what you want, you can do that. And they go on to write, saying goodbye. The first time I saw a person just walk out of a party, I was so confused I didn't get it. They just left and didn't say goodbye.
My mom drilled it into me like you have to find and thank your host.
Is
And-
that why?
Yes, and if you're going to leave, you say, but then I would watch you leave. And I thought, that is magic right there. And so now I do it. And then on my way home, I shoot a text and say, hey, I looked for you and I couldn't find you, but thank you so much for the great time tonight.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's all.
That's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. And then but in my head, I'm going, I'm just like Vinny. I got out of there.
Well, a lot of times, and I realize in this world, you're not promised a tomorrow ever, but I do think I'll see you tomorrow. Like we don't have to, I don't have to fight, swim upstream at a party.
Your problem with the whole Irish goodbye is that usually I needed you for something else later. And, we were there because we had a commitment or some kind.
No.
And you're just like gone, but you didn't. Vinny's whole thing is, I'm going to go up and get a Coke, the bar. And then you just never see him again. He's gone.
There's no reason to raise your arm when you knock. You can knock straight ahead or even a low knock. Sounds exactly the same. As
But we
walk
pick up our head and knock it
We
at
knock
face
up
level.
here.
I
instead
don't
of
knock up.
knocking-
I feel like that's how you get your hand into position. It's harder to knock low or straight ahead. Like, I don't know. That's a weird one.
Here's one. Folding towels. No thanks. And they show a picture of a towel drawer just filled with unfolded towels.
Oh, I got to fold my towels.
Yeah, I
want my
gotta fold
towels
them, too.
folded.
That
I like
is
to stack
absurd.
them nice and neat. Yeah, what am I, 19?
Yeah.
With roommates. I just have a bundle of towels. How am I going to know which one is clean and which one isn't when they all look like dirty towels?
These are completely unnecessary rules you've been following. Here's one. You don't have to. You pay for your phone for your convenience. Don't feel obligated to answer if you don't feel like answering. It's for me. This is my phone. I can't talk right now. Why should I answer if it's going to throw me into some kind of a situation?
Right.
Like crash in the car.
Or whatever
Or
it is. I
running
just
for
don't
it
want to
to
talk
not-
to that
right.
person.
I never answer.
Me either. I'll just shoot. Unless it's like, I guess the bank is calling or something. Then I'll
The
okay.
bank?
Yeah, if they call you for something.
It's probably a scam.
No, sometimes it's like if somebody shows up with like, a check or something with your name on it or something. I don't.
We have that pallet of $1 million cash you ordered.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you. I'll be right there. I'll send a car for it.
You're still writing checks?
I have written a check and gotten a phone call from the bank about it, and I would ignored 2 in a row. I'm like, all right, I picked it up, and then it was like this guy that I had paid for a job that he did at my house, and they were asking if I had written and I was like, oh yes, I did, and I felt terrible because he was clearly standing there waiting to
I need my
cash
money.
his check. Right. Here's
Here's another one. These are rules you don't have to follow. Like, you don't have to shave anywhere that you don't want to. You don't have to shave. You
These
can
are
grow.
a lot of these though are rules that you don't have to, but you should. I'm just, I don't want to tell you what to do. Of course I do. But that does, shave.
We live in a society.
Yeah.
Well, and not shaving will bring whatever results it brings. If it makes you happy to not shave, you might deal with someone,
Right.
making Chewbacca, growls at you.
Right.
What? How does he go?
Victor!
chewy.
Boy, we can't do that, can we?
You know, it's about, to me, like, fine, don't shave. But if you're going to wear a strapless evening gown and when your arms are down, you got like, puffs of hair coming out, like, I don't know, maybe whisk those off. I just feel like, but don't if you don't want to.
You don't have to shave anywhere you don't want to.
Don't bother.
And whatever the reaction is deserved.
Also, with today's the bathing suits of today, I'm feeling like some shaving might need to happen. Or something might need to happen because, man, you look like a puffball down there.
Out the sides and...
out the back, too,
But maybe it's about redefining the standard. What's wrong with that? We got hair coming out of our heads.
I actually think that it can be fine to not shave with a razor, but I do think clipping it back to
a reasonable length.
Close to your skin kind of gives it a normal appearance as opposed to a giant tarantula is trapped in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yikes, just out the sides.
Men's armpit hair is out there when they're shirtless. No one's mad about
nobody
that.
cares about
A
it.
lot of guys are not letting their armpit hair hang.
John clips his down to
tons of guys.
He clips all his hair.
Shave their armpits. Tons of guys.
Shave them
or trim.
Shave them. I trim mine, but I there are a lot of dudes that will just because it's actually not that of all the spots women regularly shave. Armpits are easy.
Yeah, they are easy.
That's an easy thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of territory. As long as you stay on it, you can keep that area really clean.
I've never seen a man with shaved armpits.
Well, how many men's armpits do you see, really?
I mean, like probably a few dozen a year at the beach.
Okay. I suppose that's true.
Most bodybuilders shave them, but I know
That
a
doesn't
lot
count.
of young people that do that
Really?
regularly. Yeah, and a lot of surfers do it.
I feel like men are doing a lot of manscaping just in like kind of regular routine maintenance with clippers.
I'm into the chest and the chest
shaved or clipped down.
trimming at least, and I think like men laser hair removal on the back's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
You don't
I
need
agree
that
with
hair.
Yeah,
Right.
You don't. And it can be.
Get an IPL.
This is grown-up stuff, and yet I hate
What's
to
an
say it, but
IPL?
I don't agree with this.
An at-home laser.
Oh, that's
Is
the
that what
thing
you
use?
just said you were using them?
Yeah,
one of
I
those.
use that on my underarms. It's the best thing I've ever done. Because shaving is easy, yes, but I would get really bad razor burn.
And it gets itchy as it's grown back. It's just like, ugh.
It's ugly.
One day I realized I could just go to the store and buy a cake and eat it.
Oh, yeah.
You can eat a cake if you want. One of my favorite moments from this show from many years ago, but it was Tom Arnold came on our show, the guy who was married to Roseanne.
Yeah.
And he said, I will stay on a treadmill all day so that I can eat a whole cake to myself after.
Oh.
You don't remember that, do you?
I do vaguely.
It was like this weird thing
I think I
where
remember you remembering it.
it made sense to him to like, I will just be on the treadmill and now I've earned the right to eat an entire cake. So he's not like trying to get in great shape. He just wants to be able to eat
Whatever he wants to eat.
without any guilt.
Right.
I thought it was really weird. And yet, yeah, as a grown-up, if you want to eat a cake,
You can.
it'll catch up to
You
you.
can buy whatever you'd like and shove it down your face hole, and that's totally your call. You are allowed.
I'm completely out of time. What's coming up in the trash,
Oh, wow.
Sarah? Yeah.
You are. Well, the Alice Ticket Trio giveaway after this. Alice 97.3, Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show. Our Alice ticket trio is now up for grabs. We've got Charlie Puth tickets, Louis Capaldi tickets, and Demi Lovato tickets for someone who takes the code word GIFT, G-I-F-T, to radioalice.com. Enter it in at radioalice.com, the word GIFT, and you'll be in the running for a pair of tickets for Charlie Puth on May 1st at Bill Graham, Louis Capaldi May 3rd at the Greek, and Demi Lovato on May 11th at the Chase Center. All 3 shows. That's a busy week for someone. Take the word GIFT, G-I-F-T, to radioalice.com. Mason has another code word for you at 12:05, and It's Jane has one at 5:05. It's all courtesy of Live Nation.
Woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Mm-hmm.
The Alice Ticket Trio. Call or text us any old time. Got something to say? Say it to us. 800-400-3697. Email us anytime at sarahandvinnyradio@gmail.com. Tomorrow is Bad Advice, and so we'll solve some listener problems. And if you'd like to send us a problem, I have a couple but if I got a really good one today, I might swap one out. There's one that I'm like, that one's okay. Pretty good.
You hear that?
Bad Advice.
The challenge is being thrown down.
That's right.
We're looking for better bad advices.
Yep.
Please.
One of them is super solid, and the other one I'm like, I could switch that one out.
Okay.
badadvice973@gmail.com. And of course, thank you, as always, to San Francisco Bay Coffee for keeping us on our toes all morning. Delicious.
Sure is.
I have noticed with San Francisco Bay Coffee, I used to get through about 1.5 or 1 2/3 mugs. This is almost gone. I'm getting through all of it now. I drink it. I'm trying to actively slow myself down from drinking it.
You drink a lot of coffee, dude.
So good.
I mean, I love coffee too, but you drink 2 giant things of coffee.
I don't know
Thermoses.
how many ounces these are.
I don't
20
either.
ounces, maybe?
That's more than 20, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know, actually. It's just a size large. It's a large size one. And I drink at least 1 big cup at home before I leave for work. But it's like drinking an entire pot of coffee. It takes me about 7 hours to get through all of it. That's not so bad.
This is the one mug I have. This is 16 ounces.
Oh, then maybe mine's 16 as well. They're about the same size, aren't they?
No. Oh, yeah. All right.
It just looks enormous. Size matters. Anyway.
But not that much.
No, not that much. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Don't worry. Everything's okay.
You're beautiful.
More or less.
Oh my God.
Don't worry.
Okay.
You think too much.
Right.
I did want to mention that Brandi Carlisle's playing the Chase Center tomorrow.
She is so good.
She's great. I agree. And it doesn't say it doesn't say on this particular thing I'm looking at whether or not these shows are sold out, but
She's currently touring though. I know she just played in Oregon. Someone sent me that they'd gone.
Yeah.
I think last night, maybe the night before.
So this show is tomorrow night at the Chase Center. So and as Bob so aptly pointed out yesterday, nothing's ever really sold out. You just have to be willing to pay a premium for a crappy seat.
Yeah, I don't like playing that game.
A smaller version of the Sphere could be headed to Nashville. Now, I don't know if we had read a story that they're doing a different Sphere, but I can't remember where it was.
They're going to do one here, like a little trio of 3 small spheres over by Pier 70, the dog patch.
Really?
Yes.
3 smaller spheres?
Yes.
Here in San Francisco.
They kind of look like a space settlement in the
that's fun.
renderings.
So there's actually a company that built the big famous one in Las Vegas. It's called the Sphere Entertainment Company. And I did not know about the San Francisco version of this, but that's very exciting. They're talking about a slightly smaller version in Nashville. They are reportedly in early discussions. I don't know how far along ours is. That'd be really fun. I don't know. I want the full-size Sphere, though. That Sphere is
supposedly
gigantic.
Yeah, no, I don't know because this date that's on here already passed and we certainly don't have any spheres. So who knows? Construction.
Isn't your partner's going to the Sphere this weekend,
He
right?
is.
Who's he seeing? Fish or something?
No.
Millennium.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Millennium.
Yeah, with his brother,
Sounds so fun.
It's one dorky guy.
Nick Miller.
I'm Nick Miller.
I hope it's
I am
epic,
Millennium.
though. I really do. Like, I don't know his music, and I'm sure he's a very nice boy. But to be at that show, he had to put together the graphics for that music that he plays. I hope that your hubs has a blast.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
I hope he's just tripping balls the whole time.
Susan doesn't do that kind of thing.
Or whatever, you know what I mean. Like, an adult beverage.
I'm sure adult beverages will be included.
Right.
I think they say one of the big problems with playing at the Sphere is that you do need a graphics package and that it costs so much money to put the initial. Once you've got it, now you're fish and you can just play the same show every night and use the graphics package that you paid $8 million for.
Plug in that USB.
Right. Boom. There you go. But that's one of the things you got to get because you can't just play the Sphere. You have to put something up on the Sphere.
We've heard from people who have played it, artists that say, yeah, your fancy windmilling, guitar play or that leg kick you do, no one can see that.
No.
Because of the way the whole thing is set up. It's all about what you've put together graphically.
Yeah. When you see a regular show in a big venue, you're often looking at the big giant flat screens behind the people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting far back, you see Taylor Swift larger than life on the backdrop. But that doesn't really work in the Sphere because it's rounded.
Yeah, it's its own thing, and I really want to go.
Me too. We have to find a good show and take some listeners.
It would be fun.
Have
It
a
would be
station
so
send
fun.
us. It would be great. So the idea that's being discussed with Nashville, again, the Sphere company is looking to build a Sphere in Nashville, and it makes sense there. They do have tons of shit. That is a music town, music city. The idea being discussed would be a scaled down version of the original venue. It would still feature the same high tech visuals, but it would be slightly smaller and designed to fit the Nashville market. I don't know how many people they can fit into the one that they have now. Is it 3,000 people? Is it 20,000 people? The conversations are still in early stages, so no formal plans, but it would certainly change the skyline of any place that they put it. So there you go.
Looks like the Sphere's about 18,000.
Oh,
the one in Vegas.
That is huge.
It is big.
And our mini one is supposed to be 2,000 in SF.
That's still a good size venue, really.
That would be a fun experience either way, but 18,000, that's probably what the Chase Center holds.
I was going to say it's like an arena where the floor is taken up by a game. Lil Uzi Vert. What do you know about Lil Uzi Vert?
He had a pink diamond. That
is the thing I was looking for.
Sewn into his forehead.
Oh, that's right.
He had it implanted. It was their pronouns are they, them. So I'm going to try and stick with that. Lil Uzi Vert says their $24 million pink diamond will be reinstalled into their forehead soon. It got ripped off of his face he didn't, when I say ripped off, it didn't get stolen. It was simply ripped off his face, and then he grabbed that guy's hand and they grabbed that and got the diamond back. So he has the diamond because he's like, I'm still making payments on that.
Oh,
on that diamond.
Ugh.
But they wanted to have a face worth $24 million, I guess. One of the problems with having a diamond implanted in your face.
One of the problems.
There are a few. There's a few problems with it. Is that their insurance tried to cut them off because of how they were wearing the rock on their face. They wanted to insure the $24 million thing that they're still making payments on. And the insurance company said, not only are we not insuring that, you're clearly crazy and we're not insuring you. And they were like, I have children. I have a family. I need insurance.
When you say they, you mean Lil.
I mean Lil.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying over here. They said, Lil Uzi Vert said they want to get new anchors for the piece of jewelry so it'll hold up better. So they have the diamond. They want to reinstall the diamond. They realize that just glue isn't going to cut it. I'm not sure how they had it attached to their head in the first place.
I thought
if someone can just rip it off.
I thought what he did, I thought what Lil did was it was like a lot of those piercings they're doing now where it goes in, but it doesn't have a back to it.
So it just hooks.
It just hooks into the skin and then sits there.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
So if someone did swipe it or push up
or even pull,
it would come right out of the skin because there's no way to anchor the backside. Like on an ear,
right?
You have another side,
yep.
and you would be able to push the back into it.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. I don't know,
I thought
and it doesn't explain it. Not in this story anyway. They said I've been getting some stuff mocked up just to see if I could get like 2 anchors to hold it in my head. I'll come out with it soon, and I will put it back. The fact that they are still making payments on this is one of my biggest problems with it. Why are you spending $24 million on a diamond to stick in your forehead? I just don't understand.
Lil's made the news a lot because of this. That's why.
I guess so.
I mean, I would suggest a necklace or a ring,
or a fake diamond worth
whatever
$10.
makes people happy. I mean, I think in the end there will be some regret involved.
What is Lil Uzi Vert's net worth?
Well, that's the scary part here, as you said, they're the payments. So it's not like this person was able to walk out and splash the money
and
down
drop $24
like
million
some of these
down.
other cats can.
Right.
I'm going to say this person's net worth is $5 million.
6.
They say that Lil Uzi Vert is worth around $25 million. Some estimates range up to $40 million, and he is actually ranked as one of the top. They are ranked as one of the top 60 richest rappers in the world. Between 2017 and 2018, Lil Uzi Vert earned about $20 million. And then I guess it's just compiled from there. But this person does not have 24 million cash to drop on this diamond.
Wow,
clearly.
They have 35 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I don't know one song.
I don't either.
I'm looking at the list of songs and I don't know them either.
Let me see if there's like a biggest
20
hit.
Minutes, The Way Life Goes, Silly Watch This, Neon Guts, Just Wanna Rock.
I don't know that.
Money Longer. There's a lot of songs.
None that we're hip to.
But,
Anyway, Lil Uzi Vert, the diamond's coming back. They're convinced that they can get it just anchored into their head.
There it is.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have a picture too? Yeah.
It is gigantic. It's, what is that called? Marquee shape when it's pointed at one end and the other?
Like my ring?
Is that what that's what yours is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's that, but it's, I don't know, 40 carats. The thing is just ginormous.
It's big.
Dang.
And it's pink.
Yeah, it is. And it's embedded in their forehead.
Ah!
Or it was at one point. All right, Vinny, what's coming up in the news?
You know what? I have a bunch of stuff happening this month in the Bay Area that I wanted to tell you about after these.
I saw the sign. Alice, 97.3. Sarah and Vinnie, Alice's morning show, presented by San Francisco Bay Coffee. Bad Advice is back. We want your problems. Email them to badadvice973@gmail.com and listen tomorrow at 7 a.m. and see if we solve yours.
What's up, everyone? This Alice Report is brought to you by Sarah and Vinnie on YouTube.
Oh, I love them.
Watch
That's a
video
good show.
clips from the Sarah and Vinnie Morning Show on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/@RadioAlice973. And remember to smash that subscribe button.
So easy.
Okay, so a few things. Here's what's happening, everyone. The weather today is great.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, it's very nice out and should stay that way. I wanted to mention a couple things. First of all, Party Mom has had her many days in court, and this is the lady from Los Gatos that was supplying kids with booze and encouraging them to have sex and more. She's guilty on 48 of 63 charges, 17 are felony charges, and she's actually facing up to 30 years in jail.
Oh, boy.
This is the mom that was
Put her away.
putting these parties together, and it seems right as she was the other parents of these kids attending her parties, as soon as they started to catch on, she tried to move to Boise, Idaho. And that's where she was arrested, brought back, and has been in jail for like 4 years awaiting trial. Well, it's done. And she's in big trouble.
Sentencing is next, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see what she gets.
That's from my reporter on the scene, Sentinel Steve. I have another reporter, my Uncle John, who sent me a thing about stuff happening here in the Bay Area.
Oh.
He's doing research over there.
I like it.
So coming up, there's a few things actually that I need to hit. HypeCon Bay Area is this Saturday. Actually, it's both the HypeCon.
Right.
It is a TCG event. Do you know what that is?
No.
Trading card games.
Oh.
So this is
Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
All the stuff, including sports stuff as well.
Baseball
but
cards, interesting.
HypeCon Bay Area is happening this weekend. Saturday, March 7th, Sunday, March 8th in South San Francisco Conference Center.
Oh.
That's this weekend if you're into that. Also this weekend, GrannyCon 2026.
What's GrannyCon?
GrannyCon is, let's see, this Saturday from 2:30 to 8 p.m. Pull on your shawl, dust off your pearls, and slip into that moo-moo. GrannyCon is back to raise money for breast cancer. Oh. It's in Alameda. It's the second annual Alameda GrannyCon.
I like it. Do you have to be a granny? You can just dress like a granny and go?
Yeah. Yep.
I like that they ended at 8 o'clock, too. That's good for grannies. Grannies like to go to bed early.
They say here that the main event is a bingo style
bingo.
scavenger hunt on Park Street in Alameda from 2:30 to 6, followed by an after party, which will be done by 8 p.m. So you'll be home in plenty of time for your favorite TV program.
What was this called?
GrannyCon.
Oh, wow.
That's fun.
Next on my list of things is San Francisco St. Patrick's Day Parade is Saturday, March 14th at 11:30. That's not this weekend, but next. St. Patrick's Day. Right around the corner.
So they just do it on an adjacent weekend?
Yeah. This one, I think you're going to like.
I like all of these so far.
San Francisco Tulip Day happens Saturday, March 21st in Union Square, where over 80,000 free tulips will be available for public picking from 1 to 4:30 p.m.
So you can go and dig up the what?
I think they give everybody there's a little, they say 6 to 8 tulips per person.
Oh.
But also there's displays and stuff that, I mean, if you're a flower person, this might be for you. I thought it sounded like something you would love.
It does.
You love tulips.
I love
Didn't
tulips.
you love, where were you? Amsterdam?
Mm-hmm. We went to a bunch of places. Even as you're flying in, if it's daytime, it looks like a colored patchwork as they're all blue. We went in April, and that was like the perfect time to go.
Wow.
It was incredible.
There's some things going on in the Bay Area for you over the
Nice.
next month. There's more.
Did you say it's called TulipCon, or is it just the Tulip Festival at Union Square?
What was that one?
Flower Bulb Day.
Flower Bulb Day. I like it.
Or Tulip Day. It's March 21st.
Very nice. That must be like the first day of spring, because my tulips are pushing up right now.
That is the first day of spring. Look at you go.
It makes sense.
Oh.
All those bulb things that bloom early in the season.
Well, now the party people have some things on that they can put on their calendar.
I like
Granny
it.
Con, everybody.
Those are fun little events. That's nice.
Yeah.
I would say for Tulip Day, go early because Susan and I tried to go once. We lollygagged and there was no tulips to be found by the time we got
They'd
there.
all been taken.
So look up the time. I think it's from 1 to 4:30, but definitely go early.
Will you go this year or are you?
No, he's in Vegas.
Oh, right.
Well, it's not for a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's the 21st.
Oh,
This weekend is
That's
Granny Con.
Maybe I'll go. I don't know.
All right.
why not? If
3
you do go, get some for me, because I'm definitely not going to that.
Oh, all right.
Gonna fight the crowds, please. I hate crowds.
Okay. According to this story, 3 in 10 singles are using LinkedIn as a dating app
Oh.
and invite coworkers to slide into their DMs.
Oh.
I can see that.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I can see it. I can see that it
It is a social media.
and it feels
at its
less not less desperate. That's not the term I want to use because there's nothing desperate about wanting to hang with people.
Right.
You know, finding a partner is not desperation. That's
Just what people want to do.
right.
Companionship.
But I do think that it feels weird to get on Tinder. Not that I'd know, but I think that it would be okay. I'm jumping into the meat market. In this case, you might admire someone from work and feel like maybe this is a safer way to make contact. I can see why you don't like it because I could see that that's not necessarily why you're there.
It's work, right? You shouldn't be hitting on people at work. In general.
I agree, but I think a lot more people date and have met at work than probably
Proximity.
Yeah, I mean
That
that's
is a
just one of
thing.
those things where it's almost like you're not back in school at all. But you remember having that crush on someone at school where you had a class with them and you were walking in and you were like,
There they are.
there she is.
Oh.
Like that's plenty of people feel like that at work.
Oh, like when you would walk into class and Rose would be there. What was her name?
That is so far from why I used that name. But yes, Rose Simmons was someone in 3rd grade with me who
You had a crush on.
Wow, you brought her up twice today.
No. It's crazy. Never even, in all the years I've known him, I'd never heard the name Rose Simmons
Oh my
It's
before.
a
God,
secret
Bob, I
crush.
couldn't-
He's been
Yeah, it's a secret
harboring it.
forever for 50 plus years.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry, Vin, that your heart was broken so young.
Your next story, ladies and gentlemen, as I will try not to be a hero,
Thank you.
but at least, get
wrap
us
this
to the
up,
right
yeah.
spot on our clock. Futuristic 3D printed homes will hit the market here in California. The first house was built in just 24 days and will sell for $280K.
Where is it exactly? Does it say?
Let's see here.
They've been doing these units for a while now where they'll come in and 3D print the framework of a new little pad for you for your backyard in like 24 hours. It just sits there, makes the whole outside of it, and then they come in and retrofit it. And it's neat.
Yuba County.
Oh.
That's
Where's
north?
Yuba? I don't know.
I think that's north. Can you look up Yuba County?
I'll look it up.
Here's the story. The $1.1 million 3D printers have churned out at least
south of Chico.
Chico!
So yes, it's north of Sacramento.
Okay. Have churned out at least 5 new modern properties so far, with the first one taking only 24 days to complete.
Incredible.
It's 1,000 square foot house. And it's the first installment in a 3D printed neighborhood in Yuba County.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so they're going to be, by California standards, cheap.
Yeah.
I'm choking on the words, but $280K for a house? Cheap.
In California, yes, cheap.
They say the walls, which are layered inch by inch, are even bulletproof, being able to withstand ballistic fire from handguns and machine guns. The buildings are also fire, pest, and mold resistant.
Wow.
What are they made of?
Plastic. They're 3D printed.
I know. They 3D printed plastic.
Isn't that what 3D printing is?
Yeah.
Basically, the machine melts down these little pellets, and at least I don't know, in my very limited experience, it seems like it's a plastic
But
thing.
they could use a different material.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be plastic.
Maybe.
You could 3D print with concrete, couldn't you?
I don't know. Actually, that's a
Can
great
you look
question.
that up for us?
But if you did 3D print with plastic, that would actually be a great way to recycle plastic. I don't think we have a good way to recycle that, but if you could actually build the frame of a house out of it, then that would be amazing. And it would be a roof that didn't leak. It's just
Listen,
it's like one of those playhouses, but full human size.
here's what it looks like. That's the outside.
They're made of concrete.
It looks a little Minecrafty.
Oh, it is concrete.
Yeah. According to this article from CBS News.
Oh.
They just say 3D printed in this article. They're not. But then there's the bathroom. There's some of the other stuff that you can see in this little spot. It is as
It's beautiful.
now I have a wife and kids, but when I was single, I would have totally bought that. That would be, I can live in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a bunch of stuff. I need a clean, safe place.
And maybe the 3D printing is just, they've got a machine in it. They set it up to do it. So whatever the material is that they're using, but they would leave chaseways open in the walls for them to, I'm sure it probably has like a standard wiring situation and the standard, they'd leave room for the plumbing. And that's really cool.
They say here the process requires less labor and materials and also produces less waste, keeping the costs down. The 3D printers mainly use concrete as filament for their builds. So there's that. Yeah, I've only seen these things that kids have where they 3D build with plastic. They're
and
actually
it's like the little plastic.
Susan does that.
Pills.
Makes stuff with
Yeah.
out of
Riley makes
plastic
junk
though.
out of stuff for that.
Junk.
It
Take
is
it back.
junk. It's junk.
Take it back.
No.
That's my fiance's art.
What? He makes art with it?
Well, sometimes he makes like cute keychains and stuff, but my favorite thing he's printed is these hooks for our curtains in the living room.
It doesn't
It's not
seem
art,
worth it.
you're right.
Honestly, even the small
You're
machine
right.
that my kid has was like a couple grand. And then you got to buy all the supplies for it and stuff. And it's true. Like you saying like he made me this buckle that I, like a click together buckle that I was like, I could get that for $1 on Etsy. And like the keychain.
Yeah, but someone else 3D printed it, and if you're buying it on Etsy,
fine. It was
These
only
little
$1.
homes look cool, though, and this could be the future. They're a little Minecrafty in that they're boxy and square.
Yeah. They're
But-
cute,
but-
actually. In a way, they have kind of a Spanish feel to them.
For most of us, you wouldn't want to, maybe you would want to squeeze a family in there, but it would be pretty
1,000
tight.
square feet is tight for a
It
family.
would be pretty tight. But as a single person, you'd be in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have your own place. And it sounds like they're built to last,
And
so
it's
that's great.
Quite pretty the way they've finished it.
Mhm.
It's very nicely put together.
800-400-3697 is our text number, and Bob is on the show to read a few of those to you.
Vinny, we were talking about things coming up in the Bay Area. The SF Chinese New Year Parade is this Saturday.
Oh, what
What?
fun! Oh my God, Chinese!
That
it's
wasn't
the year
even
of the
on my
horse. I think it's the
list.
year of the horse.
Yes,
That's my year.
the year you were born.
I was born in
let's
the
remember
year of the horse.
to hit that tomorrow again, okay?
For sure.
All right.
And 310 says Granny Con should be called Gilf Fest.
Oh,
I like
that.
both.
I like both.
Gilfest.
Gilf.
And Vinny 925 says, I am 46 years old, and Vinny's memory of Tom Arnold exercising to eat the whole cake has lived in my brain the last 2 decades. Paula from Oakland.
It's just so stupid.
It's a thing though that they actually. I think it's called exercisorexia or something, where people are like, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, and then because
I'll stay on the treadmill all day.
the treadmill will count your calories for you.
Yeah. Can we play a game?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play a game. It's time to play a game. Bob, what do you want to play? Today's choices are the same as yesterday's. How old is that guy, or when did that happen?
When did that happen? Sometimes I
When?
learned something.
I know it is history.
Like now I know when Lincoln was president.
Oh, yeah, when?
1860. Wasn't it?
Close. It's 61. But
Isn't it always the odd years, or that's when the elections
have
are?
no idea.
I mean,
You know what?
the even.
You got it.
you got
Yeah.
it. That's perfect.
Close enough.
Really close. A lot closer than yesterday. All right. Sergeant Elvis Presley was discharged from the U.S. Army. He served for 2 years. When did that happen, Ben? Sergeant Elvis Presley was discharged from the U.S. Army. I think he was like the number one taxpayer in the world for a few years. And they said that the U.S. government actually lost money when they sent him when he did his time in the service.
I'm
Yeah,
going to say
that's crazy.
1958.
58. What do you think?
Oh, see, I thought, wasn't it in the 60s?
Take your guess.
Yeah.
I was going to say 68.
It was 1960, and that's a point for Vinny. 'Cause he's
Nice.
a lot closer.
When did
I
we wrap
wasn't a-
up that war?
I wasn't really an Elvis fan, so I didn't pay attention to him in any real kind of way.
Well, he was before our time, but
Yeah.
my dad was such a huge fan that I couldn't get away from him.
No, I know people loved him very much.
Some people still think he's alive. How about this one? Forbes names Kylie Jenner the youngest self-made billionaire.
oh, the
When
controversy.
did that happen?
I'll
And Bob, you're first.
I'll say 2016.
2016.
2020.
2019. That's another point for you, Vinny. Ding, ding. Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland was released with Mia Wasikowska and as Alice and Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter. Vinny, when did that come out? Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland.
2012.
2012. What do you think, Bob?
2011.
2010. You're on the board. 2010 that came out. How about the co-founder of Whammo, Arthur Spud Meelan, patented the hula hoop. When did that happen? Over 25 million were sold in the first 4 months. When was the hula hoop patented?
We went to, there's a G League basketball team. The Warriors G League team is in Santa Cruz. And my daughter's entire class got to be the halftime show. And the halftime show was all of these 7-year-olds doing hula hoop on the basketball court at once.
Oh, that's so fun.
And it was so fun and cute. And yet there I was with my camera trying to get a shot of Edie, and she's looking the other direction and will not turn around. And I'm, please, just look over here. No. Anyway, hula hoop still in
hold
full
on.
use.
You're first. What? Make your guess, Bob.
59.
59. What do you think, Ben?
58.
It was 63.
Oh, Bob,
Bob is
tied
tied
it
up.
up. You're back in the game.
Oh, no.
All right, you're going to get this one, Vinny. Probably.
Well, I don't know.
Probably. This next one. John Belushi found
I
dead
don't know.
in his room at the Chateau Marmont Hotel. When did that happen, Ben? When was John Belushi found dead? Overdosed on a speedball, cocaine, and heroin.
The number that is in my mind's eye is 85.
85. What do you think, Bobby?
84.
82 is the
Oh,
correct
man.
answer, and that is another point for Bobby.
She really has mastered the screwing over the first guesser move.
What
It's
are you
true.
talking about?
All right,
Grow up.
unless you tie it up, Vinny, this is the last question.
Oh, am I winning now?
You are in the lead. And you're first on this one. The Osbournes reality TV show premiered on MTV. The Osbourne, it launched a brief singing career for Kelly. It made Sharon a talk show host.
Did you hear her say grow up? My goodness.
2003.
03. What do you think, Ben?
04.
02 is the correct answer. And by a score of 4-2, Bob has come back from behind.
What's my name?
My name is Bob.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fudge.
Goodbye. Keep it here on Alice All Day. We have your chance to win tickets for this is the trio of tickets. Charlie Puth, Louis Capaldi, and Demi Lovato. Mason's got you at 12:05. Jane has you at 5:05. And don't forget, tomorrow, join us. Not only will it be Friday all day, but at 7 a.m., we're going to have bad advice. We'll solve some listener problems. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you. Okay, hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. And then maybe Bob updated it. What is today? Thursday. Oh, no, that'll work. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Coffee. San Francisco Bay coffee specifically. That's what I'm over. We've been drinking that for a few weeks now. And wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, I really like San Francisco Bay coffee and highly recommend the next time you go to the store or you're on Amazon, try San Francisco Bay coffee. Try one of their brews, one of